Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team.
Safe.
The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
They say third time's the charm here at Veterans Field. Both games getting postponed, and now we're here for the third one. Finally here, weather is beautiful, and we're here for a big one. Nico Sharp alongside Josh Schreiber, Jacob Irons, here in the final stretch of the Harbor Hawks season, and they find themselves in another big one.
Yeah, find themselves in another big one, and it opens up a huge opportunity for Hyannis. They find themselves tied, and it starts a big one tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. At this stretch in the season, you've got 2 games left against non-Western Division teams, and you've got to make the most of those games.
It's going to be a big game, big final stretch here. The game's just underway, but Jacob Myers, you got a chance to talk to Mitch Carricker before this ball game.
Cod, we're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've serviced over 5,300 customers on and around Cape Cod for almost 40 years. We install and service your heating and cooling system, and our #1 goal is to ensure we do the best job we possibly can to make our customers happy.
You have the triple cheerleading squad for Bork sitting here. They repaired our heating system, took care of our air conditioning system, and they set something up with the remote system that they installed for us as well. Yay, yay, yay for Bork. We love them.
Give us a call when you're in need of HVAC services. Hope you enjoy the game.
Back here at Veterans Field, as the Chatham Anglers going to take the field for another great matchup, an Eastern versus West matchup. Both teams sitting in second place so far. And for the Chatham Anglers, who's supposed to pitch back on Sunday against the Harbor Hawks, gets moved to today. It'll be number 34, Quinn Holt.
And Quinn Holt, a D3 guy out of Keystone College, 6'6", 225, a tall presence out there on the mound. And so far this season for Chatham, just 4 innings pitched on 1 start. It was a 4.50 ERA. But that's not the only summer ball that he's played this year. He also played in the MLB Draft League for the Trenton Thunder. Went 6 games pitched, 4 starts, 18 1/3 innings pitched, a 6.38 ERA. So it's been a long summer for him. Got the call up to the Cape League and now looking to make a big start for the Anglers.
And it's a big start and a big part of the season. Again, both teams sitting in second, trying to make the move to jump to first and trying to stay out of third to be able to host a home playoff game in that wild card round. And they go against a tough Harbor Hawks lineup that seems familiar, but it's going to keep on bouncing around. And the Harbor Hawks batting lineup has shifted a little bit, but they've swung it well these past few games.
Yeah, they have swung it really well over the last couple of games, and why they find themselves on a 4-game winning streak, the longest streak since they opened their season 4-0. But it's another new face at the top of the lineup. Tonight it's Josh Tank, the right fielder, who steps into the leadoff spot, with Kane Kepley having the day off. Behind him, it's Jackson West, the catcher, who has found a spot in the top of the lineup and has been loving it there. Then behind him is Michael Italo. Eddie Pelk, who had nukes today at batting practice, sets up in the cleanup spot. Eddie Salvador behind him. Mason White, the designated hitter, coming in at the 6th hole. Blake Cavill, Carson Bowles, and the new face into the lineup, J.P. Acosta, the Fresno City College JUCO player for Mitch Carricker. Something that Mitch Carricker talked about in the pregame show, understanding he doesn't take this lightly, understands that he doesn't want to take away from what Hyannis has built, but knows J.P. Acosta plays with the best and can hang with the best as he can tonight.
And we're set underway. Quinn Holt working out of the windup first pitch, the fastball in for a strike, and this game has begun in a big one, and two teams seem to be trending in different directions so far. Again, both teams in second, but the Harbor Hawks 6-4 in their last 10, and the Chatham Anglers 3-7. For second pitch, fastball hit high up into the air. It'll be Larson ranging under it in right field. And that's a 2-pitch out, number 1.
Yeah, that was just a well-placed fastball. Not a lot of velocity at 86 miles an hour, but outside part of the plate. And a nice job by Josh Tate to go with the pitch. Just got a bit under it.
And that'll bring up the left-hander, Jackson West, staying in the top of the lineup here, now in the 2-hole, hitting .269 on the summer. First pitch to him, fastball in the outer corner. Jackson West swings right through it.
Jackson West today, working with his swing, brought a piece of plywood, put it on the back of his left foot, and was using it to work on making sure his knee is driving forward rather than driving away.
Another fastball out and away, fouled straight back, 0-2.
And he brought up a very great conversation, West did, in understanding that every swing is different. There's no cookie-cutter swing, and every player has a different technique, different workouts, and different skill sets that allow them to excel. For him, he really wants to focus on that back foot.
Fastball up in the zone. Tate takes for a ball, counts now 1-2.
And a lot of the reason behind that, likely, I mean, Jackson West, not the biggest guy.
1-2, break them all down in the zone. Jaden Davis at second base. throws it on over to Villanova at first base for out number 2.
Jackson West, not the biggest guy, using his legs to his advantage. A lot of, players at the highest level, they really drive off their back leg, provide a lot of power that way. So likely a lot of his reasoning behind that.
Now up is the DBU Patriot, Michael DeTalo, for his first at-bat, and 2 quick outs for the Harbor Hawks. Quinn Holt attacking fastballs for the most part. First pitch to DeTalo, catches the bottom part of the zone, 0-1. And for Quinn Holt, he's going to be a fastball, slider, changeup, curve guy. That fastball works as a sinker as the 0-1's fouled straight back into the netting. Quickly up ahead, 0-2.
And for Quinn Holt, working quick, is able to get out of this inning with under 10 pitches. Now the 9th pitch of this half inning to come with already 2 outs.
Quinn Holt up 0-2. Working on the windup, delivers. Tries to elevate the fastball. DeTalo takes for a ball. And Quinn Holt's going to attack fastballs almost more than 70% of the time to right-handed hitters, 30% breaking ball. Loves to stay on the outer corner. Fastball once again up in the zone. Counts now 2-2.
Yeah, good job keeping it upstairs and having it remain elevated. Trying to see if DeTalo would able to chase, but DeTalo, a very disciplined hitter.
DeTalo chases down the zone on the breaking ball. And it's going to be a 1-2-3 inning from Quinn Holt. We'll see if the Chatham Anglers can get started here in the bottom of the first.
Hey Cape Cod, we're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've serviced over 5,300 customers on and around Cape Cod for almost 40 years. We install and service your heating and cooling system, and our #1 goal is to ensure we do the best job we possibly can to make our customers happy.
You have the triple cheerleading squad for Bork sitting here. They repaired our heating system, took care of our air conditioning system, and they set something up with the remote system that they installed for us as well. Yay, yay, yay for Bork. We love them.
Give us a call when you're in need of HVAC services. Hope you enjoy the game.
Your future begins at Dean College.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
It was a 1-2-3 inning from Quinn Holt, and it's going to be the southpaw from Oklahoma, Grant Stevens, who looks to match it.
Yeah, Grant Stevens, a finesse guy. His fastball doesn't get much over 90 miles an hour at all. Will mostly sit mid to high 80s, but likes to work in on hitters' hands. A sharp slider, a changeup, and a curveball, and he does a great job holding runners on overall. So Hyannis is going to look towards him to try to keep these Chatham bats stifled.
And these Chatham Anglers bats look to get started here early and strike first here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, strike first, and it's with the familiar name Kyle Lodise, the shortstop. He's in the leadoff spot. Jayton Kraus behind him. Ashton Larson, the LSU Tiger. Jaden Davis, Campbell Smithwick, Robin Villanova behind him. Ty Johnson, Luke Yohas, who had the walk-off homer yesterday, to have the walk-off for Chatham to be able to clinch their playoff spot and walk it off against Brewster with the mercy. And then it rounds out with Bryce Roddy, the designated hitter, hitting in the 9-hole today for the Anglers.
And it's going to be Kyle Lodise leading off against the left-hander Grant Stevens. Kyle Lodise making the transfer over to Georgia Tech. First pitch to him, down the zone, 1-0. Lodise hitting .245 on the summer. 2 home runs. Showing the ability, the power to the pull side. There it is. Fastball hit towards deep into center field. Ranging under it is Pelk. Right next to the wall for out number 1.
A very well struck ball from Lodise that sent Pelk deep to the wall by the warning track, and had it with the wind carrying balls out, it is going to be a factor here tonight. We saw one hit off of Cannon Peeble's bat that hit the firehouse, which positioned right beyond the right field wall, above a grassy berm hill and above a road. Ball, once it gets caught up in the ether, will be able to travel.
First pitch to Kraus, fastball outside, catching the corner. 0-1. Grant Stevens working out of the windup. Harbor Hawks in the blue jerseys, orange numbers, gray pants. The 0-1 is a fastball missing outside. Evens it to 1-1.
It's a Chatham team that has really been crushed by losing offensive players.
Ground ball to J.P. Acosta. He throws it over to Blake Cavill, and Acosta gets his first assist of the year.
And that's what Mitch Carricker talked about. J.P. Acosta is going to have one of the best defensive shortstops he thinks that he can have in the Cape Cod Baseball League. That's what his shining light is defensively, and he understands the bat can come with it as well.
Next up is going to be the left-hander, the LSU Tiger, Ashton Larson. Hitting .296 from the left side. Lefty-lefty matchup, first one of the day that Grant Stevens will face. First pitch, hard hit, line drive to center field, ranging under it is Eddie Pelk, and it's going to be another 1-2-3 inning for Grant Stevens. And we'll see who gets the first hit as we enter the top of the second.
Hey Cape Cod, we're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've serviced over 5,300 customers on and around Cape Cod for almost 40 years. We install and service your heating and cooling system, and our #1 goal is to ensure we do the best job we possibly can to make our customers happy.
You have the triple cheerleading squad for Bork sitting here. They repaired our heating system, took care of our air conditioning system, and they set something up with the remote system that they installed for us as well. Yay, yay, yay for Bork. We love them.
Give us a call when you're in need of HVAC services. Hope you enjoy the game.
Six up, six down here for both sides here at Veterans Field. Nico Sharp alongside Josh Schreiber, Jacob Irons. And this East versus West matchup, the battle of second places in the divisions.
A battle for second place, but a lot to play for both sides. Understanding that both teams aren't locked in the positions that they are in. As for Chatham, you feel pretty confident that you will be in second with YD clinching the top spot in the division.
First pitch to Pell, called strike.
For them, they understand that a win or two puts them firmly in the second place positioning.
The 0-1 taken for a strike once again, and Quinn Holtz attacking with fastballs up 0-2.
And it's a very special time for the Chatham Anglers. First time since 2019 that they will be in the playoffs.
The 0-2, Eddie Pelk sends it down the left field line, falls right in front of the left fielder Juhas, and first single of the game goes to Eddie Pelk.
And Eddie Pelk just doing what he does. Nice contact, able to get his hands out in front of it and push it over to Juhas in front of him. And Pelk leads off the second with a single. We saw it be a deadly combination with Pelk leading off with a single back at Spillane Field against the Wareham Gatemen.
Number 7, Eddie Saldivar, now up after the Eddie Pelk single.
And for them, they responded for 5 runs when he last did that in a second inning. And for Hyannis, it's big if they can try and score first.
Ground ball over to Robin Villeneuve, throws it over to Lodis. Lodis trying to get the double play back over to first base, but it is Saldivar beating it in time. Reached by the fielder's choice.
And just a broken bat ground ball for Eddie Saldivar. That really allowed him to beat out that double play ball. So you get Saldivar on first, exchanged for Pelk. And with one out here, it's Mason White looking to provide some pop.
Does have 2 home runs on the summer. Is Mason White out of Arizona. Strong pull-side left-handed swinger, number 9. First pitch to him. Fastball down the zone, 1-0. Eddie Saldivar has, this is his 4th game for the Harbor Hawks. Doesn't have a stolen base attempt yet. Has a 1-0 taken for a ball outside in the zone. Doesn't have a stolen base attempt yet. Just got 4 games under his belt. 2-0, it's another left-hander, Mason White. Right in on the hands, just misses inside, 3-0.
If I'm Mason White right now, I'm sitting dead red. Not sure if he has the green light or not, but this is his pitch to hit.
The 3-0 working out of the stretch, fastball up in the zone. It's going to be a 4-pitch walk to the Arizona native.
Great discipline by Mason White, especially like you talked about, Josh, where you have the 3-0, you know something good could be coming on the other end, and you start overthinking it, but stays within himself and watches the ball go high above the lettering, and now it brings up Blake Cavill.
Blake Cavill got the new bat. So far, it's been hot with it. We'll, I'm sure, hear some Josh Licks about it. It's the first pitch. Breaking ball down the zone in the dirt. Smithwick keeping it in front of him.
Yeah, I'll let this game go on a little bit. I don't want to risk jinxing anything at all before we give that new bat stat.
Count 1-0 to Blake Cavill. Eddie Saldivar now standing at second base. After 5 straight balls, Quinn Holt. Those are strike. Middle. Will get me over 1-1.
For Blake Cavill, Mitch Carricker even knows it, saying, don't put that bat down. If you're playing as good as you are with it, keep using it.
1-1. Foul ball, it hit off the front foot. Counts now 1-2. Beautiful weather conditions. Past couple of times here, it's been a battle of fog, battle of rain.
It is gorgeous with a capital G tonight. Sun is shining, a little bit of overcast. Nice bit of wind.
Now, which G in gorgeous are you capitalizing?
1-2. Blake Cavill, check swing. Did he go? And they're saying he did. Blake Cavill goes down swinging.
Tough one there. Once again, you have the third base umpire not down the traditional line. He shifts over behind the pitcher's mound, a shade by the shortstop, and when you peel down, that is it's the same look, just at a different angle.
Carson Bowles, ground ball over to Kyle Lodis. He throws it over to Jaden Davis, and just in time to get the Mason White over at second base. Harbor Hawks get their first hit, but leave a couple stranded. We'll go to the bottom of the second for the Chatham Anglers.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Jayden Davis, Campbell Smithwick, and Robin Villeneuve due up for the Chatham Anglers this half inning.
That's the heart of their lineup. Saw Grant Stevens work the bottom of the first with 6 pitches. Just 6 pitches. That is a great start to his day, and especially as we talked about, Hyannis on a 7 games in 7-day stretch that started all the way back on Monday. That sets up for a big opportunity here tonight. And if you can keep Grant Stevens in the game for a little bit of time, that's huge to allow yourself the opportunity to keep your bullpen, especially later on down the road as you finish up the eastern part of your competition tonight with Whitey on the last game. But then it's a big spot with Cotuit, Bourne, and Wareham all occurring within the back half of this week.
First pitch of the Vanderbilt Commodore, Jayden Davis taken for a strike, fastball outside. Counts 0-1. The 0-2 pitch fouled off right over the netting, over the Harbor Hawks dugout down the first base line.
Jayden Davis out of Vanderbilt, struggling a bit this summer. .219 with the batting average, but
0-2 fouled off.
Does have 2 home runs.
That's the beauty of Cape Cod. When it connects, and it's only a matter of time for Davis that it starts rolling.
0-2 fastball. Try to climb the ladder. Jayden Davis doesn't go for it. And if BP was any indication of how this ballgame was going to go, those balls flying out of here earlier today for both teams' batting practice.
And the wind is pushing dead center and dead out.
Jayden Davis, blooper over, back over to Eddie Pelk, and he ranges over towards his glove side for out number 1.
Eddie Pelk, hope you brought your track shoes tonight. You are going to be doing a lot of running with how this wind is blowing, and it's already shown in the book 3 putouts for him, and is moving left to right, going deeper into the field. That has a jut out of 385 by the flagpole to deep center.
Now the left-hander, Campbell Smithwick, first pitch swinging. Hard hit to left field. Carson Bowles ranging to it. Working towards the foul pole in left field, makes the play. That's 2 quick outs once again for Grant Stevens.
And that's what Grant Stevens does. He works to contact, gets outs early, and they're hoping to get him through quite a few innings in this game.
Right-hander Robin Villeneuve out of Texas Tech stands in the right-handed batter's box. Grant Stevens' first pitch to him, attacking with a fastball outside 0-1. And that was Stevens' 13th pitch of his outing here with 1 2/3 under his belt. 0-1 changeup, misses arm side from the lefty, 1-1, evens the count. Robin Villeneuve from Quebec, Canada. Right-handed batter, fastball, missing arm side. Once again, counts now 2-1 to the Red Raider. Former Big 12 matchup, Oklahoma versus Texas Tech. Now Oklahoma making their way to the SEC. Breaking ball, low and in. Check over to first base. Villeneuve did not go. Improves the count to 3-1.
Yeah, for Stevens, this is the first batter that he's been trailing behind in. He's been ahead through the first 5 he's faced.
The 3-1 just misses arm side away to the right-handed hitting Villeneuve, and it's going to be the first walk Stevens allowed.
Stevens working very quickly right now. It felt like a very short at-bat, but he's the type of guy, he catches the ball from the catcher, and he's right back on the rubber ready to go.
And we can all appreciate that, especially allowing the hitters to be a little off-center in their timing against him.
Another former Big 12 matchup as the ball gets away from Jackson West. Villeneuve going to jog over to second base, now in scoring position. It's going to be the left-hander Ty Johnson from Baylor University. Due up, but once again, the left-handed batter's box.
Love Baylor University. Great school.
Great media program once again.
Yep.
Ty Johnson.
Well run.
Ty Johnson swung it well for Baylor this past spring, hit .313. Fastball missing out and away. Grant Stevens struggling with command a little bit, just missing, but not by much. Counts now 2-0.
No, the pitches are right there.
2-0 to the Baylor Bear. Chopped over, and it's going to be a nice play ranging over was Saldivar for out number 3. Chatham Anglers leave one stranded. Still scoreless as we enter the top of the third.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
This will be your college. This will be your home. This is where you will join a community that supports you, cares about you, pushes you, cheers you on, challenges you, inspires you, helps you reach your dreams. Open your eyes to opportunity and your mind to possibility. Your future begins here.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Still scoreless here at Veterans Field. Harbor Hawks drew up for the top of the third. It's going to be 9-1-2. JP Acosta getting ready for his Harbor Hawks batting debut. It'll be Josh Tate in the leadoff spot, then Jackson West.
Yeah, both sides really had a little bit of traffic back in the second, but it was quickly thwarted.
JP Acosta, the switch hitting shortstop. First pitch to him, fastball out and away.
Excited to see him hit. You know, whenever you add a new bat to the lineup, just a little bit more intrigue when they come to the plate for the first time.
1-0, high pop-up, ranging over to it is Lodis, but getting called off by Uhas, the left fielder. And JP Acosta in his first bat flies out to the left fielder, Uhas.
A quick at-bat for Acosta, maybe just trying to make some contact early, catch Holt out early in the count, just not able to make the strongest contact.
Quinn Holt has been attacking these Harbor Hawk hitters. That one misses glove side to Josh Tate, who's 0 for 1. Flew out to Ashton Larson, the right fielder, in his first at-bat, bat in the first.
And now it's the second time through.
1-0 fastball, catches the inside corner, 1-1.
It's the question of what do they adjust when they see him again?
Hard line drive into the 4-hole in between Davis and Villeneuve over at first and second, and Josh Tate finds his first way on of the ball game.
And look at that. You look at Josh Tate, first time he gets back into the lineup. He's able to get his hands out in front of the pitch from Holt and is able to sneak it by Davis and Villeneuve on the right side of the field, and Hyannis working with some base runners on.
Able to use his hands, go the other way, hard ground ball. No chance for the Chatham Anglers. Jackson West, Josh Tate going on the first pitch. Good throw from Smithwick, but Josh Tate beating it just in time. Now moving into scoring position.
Smithwick just trying to make that throw from his knees. Didn't have enough time to really get out of his crouch, and Tate beats the throw.
That's a great jump there by Tate as well. As soon as he started to send and start a pitch home, Tate was already off and running with the leg lift.
And that's his 6th stolen bag of the year. Jackson West going the other way into the left field. Falls right in front of Uhas. Josh Tate rounding third. Great throw in from Uhas. Just in time. Smithwick able to apply the tag. The throw was a bit offline, but Smithwick making an athletic play to tag him right in front of home plate. Jackson West advances to second on the throw. But a perfect throw from Uhas gets Josh Tate.
And that was an absolute laser from Uhas. It was an aggressive send from Carricker, but he trusted Tate's speed. Uhas just made a very strong throw. And Smithwick able to apply the tag, but just barely.
And it was going to take an almost perfect throw from the left fielder, Luke Uhas, to get the speedy Josh Tate. Now with 2 down. First pitch to Michael Talo, fouled straight back. Jackson West still in scoring position, but now 2 gone for the Harbor Hawks.
Got to give credit to Josh Tate. Came in, and it was a hose from Uhas in left field, but it was a throw that pulled Smithwick away from the plate, and Tate giving it his best acrobatics to try and get around.
The 0-1. Big swing from Natalo, just missed it. Count goes 0-2.
And then for Tate, doing a good job. Tried to stay on the outer part of the play and just couldn't get by without Smithwick getting enough of the glove to apply the tag.
0-2, leg lift, pick over to second base to Jackson West. Jackson West goes back in standing, but a close play over at second.
That was very close over at second. West just able to stomp that foot down on the bag before the tag was applied.
Michael Natalo down 0-2 in the count. From Quinn Holt. Quinn Holt leg lifts. Jackson West going. Gets the stolen base attempt and just getting him in time. Perfect throw from Campbell Smithwick gets Jackson West over at third base. Harbor Hawks use the opposite field and try to get a couple of hits, but cannot scratch one across. We'll go to the bottom of the third, and we'll see what the Chatham Anglers have in store before we send it off to our silent reporter, Josie Broyles.
Thanks, Nico. Yeah, we have a new face in our lineup, JP Acosta. He was a trooper for the home game tradition of the Centerville pie eating competition during yesterday's home game against Falmouth. And he's at bat for the first time today. JP is from Fresno City College, which is actually where manager Mitch Carricker coaches. The team hasn't seen this yet, and it's going to be interesting watching someone who's received Carricker's tips and training before. Carricker has said in a couple of recent interviews that he's really trying to experiment with finding the group of guys to put at bat that really can play well off of each other and get the most hits. I think putting in one of his own players that he's seen on the field and at bat before is definitely something special, especially going into playoffs. He had 56 RBIs and a .403 batting average this past year, and I think everyone kind of looks forward to seeing how he plays off in the field. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Josie. And that's the guy we kind of talked about a little bit, and you were talking about Josh. You're excited to see how his first at-bats as a Harbor Hawks look. We saw him already defensively make a nice sounded play over at short. Flied out to the left fielder in his first at-bat, but it got a good swing off, just a little late and flied out.
And especially for a guy playing at a JUCO level, you don't know how his skills are going to play at the Cape Cod League level. You know, you get all sorts of different success stories and not so successful stories, so hopefully he is one of those really good success stories of a JUCO guy going to the Cape League, finding incredible success and moving on.
You talk about guys at different levels. Quinn Holt from Keystone College, a D3 program, and he's been getting it done going right after these Harbor Hawk hitters. And when you look at the Harbor Hawks lineup, a lot of Power 5 schools, a lot of guys who went to Omaha, guys who have been there, had very successful springs. And so far, he's held them scoreless. For the Chatham Anglers, going to be Luke Uhas, Bryce Roddy, and Kyle Lodis. Lineup's going to turn over there with Kyle Lodis.
And this brings up a very interesting part of the lineup, I feel, for Hyannis. How does Grant Stevens adjust his stuff the second time through the Chatham Anglers lineup season? It will be Kyle Lodis, the due-up three-hole batter. That will be his second time seeing Steven. That's been his Achilles heel, is that second time through.
First pitch to Luke Uhas, the Louisiana Lafayette, Raging Cajun, first pitch to him, called strike.
Yeah, 74-mile-an-hour breaking ball that started right, came back into the zone.
Grant Stevens going right after Yuha's next pitch, fastball, out and away, 0-2. And we've seen that these pitchers are going right after the other hitters, another fastball up in the zone. That one just missed. And the mindset of both pitching staffs, they have not wasted time and wasted pitches. They're going right after and not trying to go anywhere around. Ground ball to Saldivar, right over second base. He flips it over to first base. Close play, and Yuha absolutely flying 90 feet and able to get the infield hit.
A really well-run Luke Yuhas out of the box. And as soon as he sees it's a slow roller, gets caught up in the grass for a hot second. Saldivar thought he had him by a mile and does a little bit of a easy throw. Didn't try and get it over to first with a little bit of hump. And with that, Yuhas is able to get it over to first and be safe.
That'll bring up number 61, Bryce Roddy. Out of North Greenville, the Trailblazers. Leg lift pick over to first base. Blake Cavill making a nice play to keep that in front of him.
I think that might have been the fastball going over to first base there. It was a dart that Cavill had to get off the bag for to be able to save.
Luke Yuhas doesn't have a steal on the summer.
Trivia question for you guys. This is not the trivia question that I was telling you about earlier. Which teammate, college teammate of Bryce Roddy, who played for the Harbor Hawks last season, am I thinking of right now?
Grant Stevens back using his back foot. Quick pick over to first base. Going in safely is Luke Yuhas.
Oh, Michael Rodriguez, the nightmare.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Come on.
I mouthed it to him trying to see if that was the answer. He wouldn't give it to me.
Well, no, you're going to have to fail.
Or succeed.
The 0-1 called strike, late call. Their count 0-2 now to the left-hander, Bryce Roddy.
And offered bunt there. Kept it in the zone long enough. Tried to pull back too late, but by the time he was pulling back, it was already in the glove of West.
0-2 count. Grant Stevens, high leg lift, slider away. Bryce Roddy using his hands, going down the left field line. Carson Bowles ranging to it and making the play for out number 1.
Yeah, great play by Bowles there. Saw it up in the air, just had to take a couple of steps in to make the grab. But now Grant Stevens doing a good job. Gets an out, opens up the double play here. Goes against Kyle Lodise.
And we're going to see how Stevens is going to attack this lineup second time around. Kyle Lodise, leadoff hitter from Georgia Tech, 0 for 1. Pickoff over once again to Yuhas over at first base, goes in sliding safely.
A couple of these pickoff attempts are making Blake Cavill nearly have to dive for the ball, so maybe Stevens can wrangle that in a little bit.
Steven looks over, fakes the throw over to first base. Fastball inside, just missing. Counts now 2-0. Yuhas only had 1 stolen base as a Raging Cajun this past spring. Doesn't have one so far this summer, but has good speed. Keeping him honest. Has a solid normal lead, primary lead over there at first base. Slide step from Stevens. Pitch down, just misses low. Kyle Lodise works the hitter's count to 2-0.
And a good job here by Stevens being able to try and work around Lodise, not giving him anything down the middle of the plate.
2-0 high leg lift, breaking ball. Called strike right in the hands of Kyle Lodise. 2-1.
Gets the called strike. The outer part of the plate. Great placement there by Stevens. That is his best, is when he's in full command.
The 2-1 fastball just catching the bottom part of the plate. Evens the count to 2-2.
Great pitch, keeping it low right from the hand. Stayed low the entire way from Stevens, nodding it at 2 apiece.
2-2, and for Stevens, his fastball ranging from mid to high 8s. Pause leg lift back over to first base. Cavill having to make another tough play over at first base.
Blake Cavill is going to need his jersey washed with a little extra soap tonight because of how much diving he's doing.
2-2. Kyle Lody's hard ground ball to Acosta. Acosta bobbles it for a second, able to get the lead runner, but not going to be in time for Kyle Lodis as they get the lead runner.
And Acosta had it loose in the glove for a hot sec. Then was able to get the sure out at second, and Salazar trying to see if he could work any miracles for the double play, but gets the lead runner nonetheless.
Now we've got a Michael DiTallo teammate up in the form of Chayton Krause, one of the best hitters remaining for Chatham this year.
Yeah, for the right-handed hitter, Krause hitting .316, 3 home runs, 13 RBIs. First pitch, Kyle Lodis, stolen base attempt. High fly ball to left field, ranging towards the foul line will be Carson Bowles. Able to make the play right in front of the warning track for out number 3, as that one falls just short of the fence. Still scoreless here as we finish through the first third of the ball game. Harbor Hawks due up in the top of the 4th.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
The first third of the ball game has been completed. It's been a pitcher's duel thus far between Quinn Holt and Grant Stevens. It's going to be Michael DiTallo due up. He was mid at bat on the stolen base attempt by Jackson West, who's thrown out at third. Michael DiTallo, Eddie Pelk, Elodie Saldivar due up for the Harbor Hawks here in the top of the 4th.
Yeah, and we saw how the Harbor Hawks were able to get to Holt quickly. And when he was able to get to him, it was just a little bit of an aggressive nature on the base paths.
First pitch from Holt to DiTallo, down the way for a ball.
That cost some Harbor Hawks some runs in that spot, but Hyannis has an opportunity here to get DiTallo aboard.
1-0 to the DBU Patriot. DiTallo goes up and chases the fastball, fouled straight down. Right to the catcher, Smithwick, foul ball. Michael DiTallo went down swinging back in the first inning, chased the breaking ball down and away. Quinn Holt, ground ball to Kyle Lodis. Kyle Lodis ranging on the run, throws it. That one airmails over the glove of Villeneuve. Smithwood backing it up, keeping DiTallo at first base.
A very high throw from Lodis. Villeneuve just can't even climb the ladder high enough to grab. Now DiTallo is aboard with the E6 to bring up Eddie Pelk.
Eddie Pelk singled back in the second, led off the second inning. Found a way on, but was out due to the fielder's choice. Over at second base, DiTallo officially ruled an error by the shortstop Kyle Lodis.
Guys, I just have a feeling Eddie Pelk is going yard here.
First pitch taken for a strike. 0-1 to Pelk.
I feel the same sentiment, Josh. I think with how Eddie Pelk swung it pregame as well as how he has been swinging it over the last couple of games, it gives way to a really big at-bat here.
0-1 just inside on the hands of Eddie Pelk, and doesn't have a home run yet in the 5 games for the Harbor Hawks, but did have 5 this past spring for Grand Canyon. 1-1 breaking ball just catching the inner part of the strike zone. Count moves to 1-2. And Eddie Pelk was a guy who really stood out during BP earlier today, absolutely letting him fly to right field. Landing in the street over there with the firehouse in right center field. 1-2 down the dirt. Smithley keeping it in front of him, keeping the towel over at first base. And Jacob Myers, you were down by the turtle. What did you see down there? How was that ball absolutely flying from the bats?
Just was catching air and starting to run with it. And for the Harbor Hawks, really just showed a lot of bit of pop in it.
2-2 to Pelk. Fastball goes down looking, catching that inside corner. And that's going to be the 3rd strikeout for Quinn Holt.
And Quinn Holt gets a beautiful pitch. The inner part of the plate that has Eddie Pelk going back, shaking his head. It's a pitch that stays on the inside part and clips just enough for the call.
And we'll go Eddie to Eddie. Eddie Pelk to Eddie Saldivar. First pitch to him, called strike. 0 for 1. Reach on a fielder's choice in the second. Oh, 1 fastball up in the zone. Counts even. And for Quinn Holt, 44 pitches, 3 strikeouts, no runs allowed. 3 1/3 inning of work. Working out of the stretch now. Pick off over to the Talo. Slow move over to first base. One and 1, and Quinn Holt keeping his pitch count fairly low. 3 1/3 innings pitch, only 45 thrown. Doing great and very efficient so far, as that one is a swing and miss from Saldivar. 1-2.
And for Holt doing a really solid job of not working too far off the plate, keeping everything around the zone.
1-2 breaking ball gets away from the catcher, Campbell Smithwick. And now advancing will be Michael Tatalo over to second base.
Pitch that looked like it just slipped off the hand of Holt. And then it spiked in front, and it's a deep backstop here at Veterans Field. And it's also sloped as well, with the playing surface playing around, I would say maybe an inch above, but it slowly rolls down.
And behind home plate, it's going to be all brick around, so that ball will bounce right back to the catcher. Fastball blown right by the bat of Eddie Saldivar, and he goes down swinging. 4th strikeout for Quinn Holt.
And Quinn Holt just keeping the Harbor Hawks off timing. Mixing the off-speed pitches with the fastball, and it's working very effectively right now.
That last fastball, 91 miles per hour. And we're going to go to another lefty here in Mason White, who walked on 4 pitches in the first, and that one's a ball downstairs. Want to know to Mason White from Tucson, Arizona. Had a great spring, hitting .305, 19 home runs, 65 RBIs. Fastball missing arm side from Quinn Holt. Mason White, 6 straight balls that he's seen this game from Quinn Holt.
He's a fair batter, and it's on full display in how Quinn Holt is attacking.
Both pitches missing arm side. Quinn Holt, the right-handed pitcher. Fastball way up in the zone. Mason White seeing 7 straight here from the right-hander Quinn Holt.
Scared of him. They don't want to throw to him.
And again, swung it really well this past spring. .305, 19 home runs. Breaking ball missing inside to Mason White. And Mason White hasn't seen a strike this ball game, works 2 walks.
4 pitch walks both times, and Mason White's able to get aboard and get rewarded for it. Now with Runners on here for the Harbor Hawks with 2 outs, trying to take the opportunity in front of them and get across first.
And it brings up the man who's had a really nice start to the back half of the All-Star break, or really his last 2 games played. Cavill with the green bat we were talking about in a big spot now where no scoring yet, looking to get Hyannis on the board first. We know how successful they can be when they do that.
Blake Cavill, hey, 174 on the summer. 5 hits, first pitch taken down the zone. 1-0. Has 2 RBIs so far this summer here with Ditalo standing 180 feet away. The 1-0 spiked. Getting away from Campbell Smithwick, both Michael Ditalo and Mason White able to advance. Now 2 runners in scoring position for Blake Cavill.
2 of them are in scoring position with 2 outs, and for Hyannis, they are the best in team batting average in this situation, batting .251 with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. Hyannis has been able to capitalize with their backs against the wall.
And it's been the timely hitting that's been the difference in these ball games. The 2-0 to Cavill. Fastball, fouled, hard line drive down the left field line, just falling foul.
A little bit surprised Cavill was not taking until he got a strike with how Holt had thrown 5 straight balls.
But it also begs the case, if that's the pitch you want and you like that pitch, go out and attack it, especially in the situation you're in.
2-1, high leg lift, fastball fouled straight back into the netting. Quinn Holt able to even the count to 2-2.
Fastball in 91 that stays right up on the top of the zone. Cavill just getting his bat to skim across it.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here to Blake Cavill, hard line drive up the middle. That one getting down. Scoring easily is Ditalo. Rounding third is Mason White, and he will score standing. And that is a 2 RBI single for Blake Cavill.
Crikey, Steve Irwin attacks again. It is the bat from the Aussie Drop Bears that has brought Blake Cavill into new life here for the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. Last night had a big situational hit, got an RBI. Tonight picks up 2 more, doubling his season total right there on that hit. And Blake Cavill continues to have a very good summer after the All-Star break.
That'll bring up the right-hander Carson Bowles, future Arkansas Razorback. First pitch to him down the zone, 1-0.
And Blake Cavill now 4 for 7 with the Steve Irwin bat. 1 run scored, 1 double, 3 RBIs, and 3 walks.
1-0, breaking ball missing, low and away to Bowles.
That's not Josh Olytics. I don't know what is.
And that new bat seems to be working wonders for Cavill. The all-green bat, fastball missing way up in the zone.
That was part of the Aussie Drop Bears team that played against the Savannah Bananas and got the bat and returned back from his break with it and has performed.
That's going to be a 4-pitch walk to Carson Bowles as he gets his second walk of the summer.
And coined it the Steve Irwin bat right on our broadcast on the Harbor Hawk Baseball Network when we talked to him. And Eric Beatty is out to have a conversation with Quinn Holt.
Eric Beatty going to talk to Quinn Holt. Has been struggling this past inning, has really been all command so far. Chatham Anglers bullpen is up and going. No call from Coach Eric Beatty just yet. But it's been Quinn Holt struggling with command, which through the first 3 complete innings, it's been no problem for him with throwing all strikes, going right after hitters, being very efficient. But now his pitch count has gone up to 61 here at 3 2/3 in.
Yeah, and Tanner Franklin, the Tennessee arm, starting to get warm in the bullpen here with Eric Beatty, the interim manager, but also the pitching coach as well. So he's in an interesting spot where he will do the calm down meeting as well as the yank for this Angler squad, and has Franklin back in the bullpen starting to get warm and get ready. And it sets up here for Hyannis to once again be attacking with 2 outs. The 2 runs that they've been able to plate have all come with those 2 outs. And Hyannis looking to try and continue it.
JP Acosta, first pitch, big swing, came up empty. Counts 0-1 for him as he finds himself up for the first time with runners on. Got a runner in scoring position in Blake Cavill, and Carson Bowles over at first. Still looking for his first hit in a Harbor Hawk uniform. The 0-1 breaking ball missing. Back foot slider, 1-1.
And for the Harbor Hawks, when a new addition has come on, their first hit have been memorable. You look at Mason White, who's a triple at Spillane Field. Look at Blake Cavill, first hit was a homer.
1-1, pitch down the dirt. Smithwick keeping right under him, keeps them at first and second.
Eddie Saldivar was was a fly ball that got down for a base hit, and he came across as the tying run.
2-1 count to the Fresno City College freshman. Left-hander in the box. Fastball back pick attempt over to first base to Carson Bowles. He goes in sliding safely.
A good idea from Smithwick, but Villanova just not really that close to the bag, not able to be anywhere near Bowles to apply a tag.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. 2 runners on. JP Acosta in his second at bat. That fastball in on the hands. Right in front of Ty Johnson. Ty Johnson running in towards it. The center fielder making the play. Harbor Hawks will scratch first thanks to the Blake Cavill 2 RBI base hit. Harbor Hawks up 2-0 as we enter the bottom of the first.
And counting, and have served over 5,300 customers. We specialize in the installation and service of your HVAC systems. Our favorite part of the job is making sure our customer is 100% satisfied.
We've been using Bork Heating and Cooling for over 20 years now. They've installed our furnace, our central air conditioning, and our hot water heater. Their service department is great, and I'd highly recommend this company to anyone.
We hope to hear from you. Give us a call anytime. Go Harbor Hawks!
This will be your college. This will be your home. This is where you will join a community that supports you, cares about you, pushes you, cheers you on, challenges you, inspires you, helps you reach your dreams. Open your eyes to opportunity and your mind to possibility. Your future begins here.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Back here for the bottom of the fourth, Nico Sharp, Jacob Irons, and familiar voice back with us. Michael with a Y, Kirsting back with us. Michael, glad to have you back.
Hey, gents, how's it going, gents? Glad to be back with you guys. It feels nice to be back. I've missed it. Been a year about, but feels nice, feels natural to be back on the airwaves with you guys. Thanks for having me.
Of course, glad to have you back. Of course, Michael with a Y here last year as a broadcaster. Got to spend every day with you. So happy to have you back. Been here back for a couple of days. What have you seen from the Harbor Hawks since you've been back?
I've been loving the situational hitting from these guys as of late. They've been piling the offense on. It was clear that the All-Star break was a nice reset for the guys mentally.
First pitch, left-hander Ashton Larson down the way, ball 1.
I mean, they piled it on against Wareham. They played a nice, clean game against Falmouth. Last night, big situational hit from Blake Cavill. I heard Jacob Irons talking about it.
Yeah, the 1-0 missing up and in, 2-0.
Something about that drop bear's bat is giving this guy Blake Cavill a little bit of extra juice. I'm really, really liking the at-bats out of him I've seen as of late.
The 2-0, hard line drive going down the left field line. Carson Bowles ranging to it. And that one just landing fair, catching some chalk, and it'll be Ashton Larson staying over at first base as Carson Bowles made his way quickly to it for a base hit.
Yeah, well-struck ball there that Ashton Larson's able to have flirt with the foul line down the left field line and stays enough fair, missing chalk by around 2 feet. But it's a quick throw by Bowles into the infield to keep Larson at bay at first, to not move himself and try and grab a second 90.
Jaden Davis, the Vanderbilt Commodore, comes in. 0 for 1, flied out to Eddie Pelk, the center fielder. First pitch to him, fouls it off down the left field line. Fouled off, Jacob Irons made the call. And so, yeah, you got to come back here. You got to, see us a little bit. You got to catch up with some guys who last year. You got to talk to Eric Snow a little bit. How was that?
I did. It was really nice to talk to Snowy. He's had a fantastic year. He's gotten the numbers really, really up. He's looked great in the field. Snowy's really happy to be going to Auburn. I was talking to him about that. SEC baseball, one of the biggest parts of his decision.
Leg lift, pickoff over to first base. Larson goes back in standing.
It's been really good to be catching up with everybody. I really missed it out here, and to be back with the headset on the left side of the booth, it feels pretty natural.
Right back where you belong.
Yeah.
With the Harbor Hawks ground ball, using his hands. That one going past both the first and second baseman, advancing on the play. Close play at third base, just going in slightly is Ashton Larson. Advancing on the throw is Jaden Davis. And with no outs, the Chatham Anglers have 2 in scoring position.
Yeah, it's a well-fisted hit by Jaden Davis, poking it between Sandoval and Cavill off to the right side, and it was just a placement no one could get to at that moment, and Tate had to come charging in, and Tate elects to go for the throw, trying to see the advancing Larson, and now Stevens going to face some traffic behind with 2 in scoring position and nobody away.
Yeah, sometimes you don't need to hit it hard. You just need to hit it where they ain't, and that one was struck soft enough that it allowed the runner to advance to third.
Grant Stevens now working out of the windup, facing the left-hander Campbell Smithwick, the catcher, and for Smithwick has 9 RBIs on the summer here. Nobody out. 2 ducks on the pond for the Anglers. First pitch missing out and away, 1-0. He goes back to the slider again. Counts now 2-0.
Something else I liked seeing, mentioning the Wareham game that we were going back to the initial conversation, was how they punched back when Wareham responded. So this is something that Chatham could be giving them. They've got the 2 ducks on the pond.
2-0 fastball. Back in there, 2-1.
They could punch back. That's the game of baseball, but it's about how Hyannis responds right back. They did it really well. That was a fun game against Wareham, and to be able to come out of that with a win has to be really confidence-inducing rolling in to the last few games and here tonight.
2-1 breaking ball, misses glove side from the left-hander Grant Stevens. Campbell Smithwick working a 3-1 count. And it's been the bats for the Harbor Hawks that have really stayed alive all through there. Going back to your point with the Wareham Gateman ball game, that's been the question, is the Harbor Hawks lineup seem to be hot early, as that one is a hard line drive. Carson Bowles to left field, ranging under it. Going to be a play at the plate with tagging, and that one just brought off the line. Jackson West keeping that one in front of him. Scoring from third will be Ashton Larson for the first out.
Yeah, it's a high fly ball that Bowles was able to get under, had enough time to get his windup going for the throw, and has a high throw that has West bobble, but really doesn't do any damage there, with Davis staying at bay at second. And now it's a 2-1 ball game, and the Anglers responding just as quickly as Hyannis was able to put up runs.
Smithwick gets his 10th RBI of the summer to bring up Robin Villeneuve. First pitch to him down in the zone.
It's also a cannon out in left field there from Carson Bowles. He had Jackson West jumping just to make sure that ball doesn't get up over his head and to keep the runner at second.
Robin Villeneuve, the Red Raider, comes in. First pitch to him, or second pitch to him, breaking ball, back foot slider, misses. 2-0.
For the Harbor Hawks outfield, you look across, there are red lights on a majority of them, and understanding that you can't throw without a thought in your mind that it won't be a play. This is a team that every time when they make a throw is making a play at the designated base.
Hard line drive sent right back up the middle. Getting by Eddie Pelk, ranging to it, rounding third, and scoring easily will be the Vanderbilt Commodore, Jaden Davis, and we have a new ball game here, all 2s here at the bottom of the 4th.
Yeah, a well-struck ball that's able to go into the left center field gap, and Pelk got there quickly, but not quick enough as Davis was on the run, and now Tanner Cunha out to have a conversation on the mound with Grant Stevens with a new arm starting to get warm in the bullpen.
We were just talking right when we were off air whether or not you give Stevens a little bit more room to go here, and this is why you ask questions, because now Chatham are a team that can punch back, and now they've made this game a brand new one, as you said, Nico, tie ball game, and they're going to be threatening for more.
And almost goes to your point that you're talking about earlier, was that Wareham-Gateman game. It was back and forth. The Harbor Hawks able to answer every single time that the Wareham-Gateman came back and put a lot of pressure on the Harbor Hawks, but the Harbor Hawks were able to prevail and put up a bunch of crooked numbers all 9 innings.
And you need to have those kinds of games because that teaches you the culture of the team, the mindset of this team. And to be able to now say that you're in a tie game and say that you've been in this situation before, just 2 days ago, it reminds you that fresh in your mind, you have comebacks, you have punch-back opportunities that you've taken advantage of.
Mason Martinez in the bullpen starting to get warm.
First pitch of the Baylor Bear, Ty Johnson. Slider, but he goes up swinging and missing, 0-1.
That's a dangerous slider. That was stayed up in the zone. It was Johnson just failing to make contact with it.
Ty Johnson did get his best swing off there. Doesn't have a home run yet this summer. Chopper over to Blake Cavell. That one rolling just to the right of the chalk foul ball. 0-2 count. It was two big swings there from Ty Johnson. Again, doesn't have a homer this summer in his 10th game here, but did have 2 in the spring for Baylor.
And once again, Hyannis has an opportunity to walk out of here with their 33rd double play of the summer. They can try and turn 2 and keep it at a tie ball game. That would be huge.
Time is called. Grant Stevens steps off. Run on first base, Robin Villeneuve. Ty Johnson at the plate here with 1 out. High likely from Stevens. Ground ball over to Blake Cavell. Can they get the pitcher's best friend? Flips on over to second. Nobody covering first base, but able to get the lead runner in Villeneuve.
Yeah, that's the contact you're looking for Stevens. A nice soft ground ball. A nice play had to be by Cavell at first. It could have been a weird hop, but he found himself in between, fielded that nicely just to get that force at second.
And it's an even better decision by Acosta there, not just to throw it over, forcing and hoping someone's there. Sometimes on those double plays, you can try and make a throw just to see if anyone's over there to make the grab. Doesn't force the throw and have 2 outs, 1 out away from ending this half inning.
Ty Johnson goes, pickoff over to Stevens, gets him, throw over to second base, and he just gets him in time on the pickoff from Grant Stevens. But it's the Chatham Anglers tying this ball game up 2-2 as we enter the top of the 5th.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings, they're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
Hey Cape Cod, we're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've serviced over 5,300 customers on and around Cape Cod for almost 40 years. We install and service your heating and cooling system, and our #1 goal is to ensure we do the best job we possibly can to make our customers happy.
You have the triple cheerleading squad for Bork sitting here. They repaired our heating system, took care of our air conditioning system, and they set something up with the remote system that they installed for us as well. Yay, yay, yay for Bork. We love them.
Give us a call when you're in need of HVAC services. Hope you enjoy the game.
We've got a new ball game here at Veterans Field, all knotted up at 2 as we enter the top of the 5th. Once again, Nico Sharp, Jacob Irons. Special guest Michael Kirsting joining us for another inning in this one. It'll be Josh Tate leading off for the Harbor Hawks here to start the 5th.
And for the Harbor Hawks, they just had the Anglers respond. What can they do here?
Quinn Holt back out there, even after throwing more pitches. 67th pitch right there. Ball 1.
That's a decision by Eric Beatty there. You are now back tied. You now can feel, especially with the end of the year, you want to try and give your arms length.
It's trust from Eric Beatty as well. We know him well from last year. He trusts his guys, and I think when you're a pitcher out there and your manager wants you to keep throwing, that gives you a little bit more juice to give it back to him and repay his confidence.
2-0 count to Josh Tate, fouled off. Now counts 2-1, and it does show major trust from Eric Beatty to go back to Quinn Holt there. Quinn Holt walked a few guys, gave up a couple runs, but going back right in there.
Especially at the top of the order. This is 1-2-3 here. It's a big chance for Hyannis to punch back.
2-1 missing. Counts now 3-1.
Yeah, missing high there. And
3-1 here to lead off Josh Tate. Josh Tate sends a hard line jive over to right field, but right to the glove of Ashton Larson for a loud out number 1.
Yeah, very well struck ball. Got to Larson in a hurry. Larson had to take 2 steps to his throwing shoulder, and first out's already recorded.
And that's the scary part about Holt coming back out, facing the lineup for multiple times. Those have been big numbers that have been shown in the league lately, and I think that might have been the last batter that he's going to face. The contact a little bit too much, even though it was an out.
Eric Beatty making his way back out to the mound once again, and he shakes the hand of Quinn Holt, so that looks like that'll do it for his day. Quinn Holt, 4 1/3 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 runs, none of them earned, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, and we'll let you know about the new Chatham Anglers arm right after this.
Your future begins at Dean College.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Hello there, Cape Cod. We're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've been around for 38 years and counting and have served over 5,300 customers. We specialize in the installation and service of your HVAC systems. Our favorite part of the job is making sure our customer is 100% satisfied.
We've been using Bork Heating and Cooling for over 20 years now. They've installed our furnace, our central air conditioning, and our hot water heater. Their service department is great, and I'd highly recommend this company to anyone.
We hope to hear from you. Give us a call anytime. Go Harbor Hawks!
And after a quick out from Quinn Holt, that's going to do it for his evening. And it's going to be the new pitcher for the Chatham Anglers, Tanner Franklin.
Yeah, Tanner Franklin, the Tennessee arm, is going to come on. Once again, has a tie ball game in front of him. It's going to be huge for him to keep within reach for this year. And for Franklin, has been doing a really solid job for the Chatham Anglers. Was named an All-Star playing in the All-Star game. And through him, has an ERA that's still zeros, 0.00 ERA through his 9 2/3 innings pitched. He has struck out 14, has only walked 8, and has given up 8 runs, but none of them have been earned. It is one of those miracles that sometimes happen, and Tanner Franklin is sitting there with a 0.00 ERA so far on the summer. He's been pitching well and needs to pitch well here against a batter in Jackson West that has been swinging it well.
He'll come in and face 2 and 3 Jackson West and Michael Natalo do up this inning. And for Tanner Franklin, he's going to have a fastball. Everything's going to move from right to left for him. He has a cutter and a slider that kind of mingle in together, works really well off each other, has a little bit of a velo difference in between both of those. First pitch, Jackson West, fastball in on the hands at 92 miles per hour. 0-1.
Yeah, we were talking about the quality of contact that Josh Tate put on that ball. That was enough for Eric Beatty to say we need a switch here with Weston Totalo, the big bobbers coming up for Hyannis.
Jackson West, foul tip right off his foot. Quickly up in the head to count Tanner Franklin at 0-2.
And for them, understanding that you have Franklin being able to go attacking using the fastball. And for him, he's doing a good job staying inside on West.
O2 count here. Tanner Franklin working out of the windup. High leg cliff. Try to backdoor the fastball. 94 miles per hour with that cutter. Had a little movement to it late. Try to get it back in there. Just missed outside to the left-hander Jackson West. 1-2 count. Working out of the windup slider there. Jackson West able to foul it off. And for Tanner Franklin, in his windup, he takes his first step and kind of a little pause, throwing off the timing of these hitters.
Timing has been such a thing with hitters as of late. It's that if you can time up something, understand the rhythm of a pitcher, if you're going to get contact with that barrel, it's going to go harder. It's going to go crisper. It could even go farther. So to be able to get that little pause is throwing Jackson West off. He's been just nubbing these little foul balls at the plate. No quality contact just yet.
Count is 1-2 here with one out. Fastball missing out and away. Evens the count to 2s.
Yeah, and you saw this stutter right there. Comes in, waits for a hot sec, then delivers. And what opens that he opens himself up to try and quick pitch there. And once the batter thinks he starts to understand how he's going to deliver it, he can change it up.
2-2 fastball up in the zone. Jackson West can go up and get it. And the first batter, Tanner Franklin, sees. He sends him down swinging.
That's a really good pitch. 86 miles an hour that Jackson West can't hold off on. And first pitch, first batter that he sees gets a strikeout, showing you the stuff he has been able to deliver on Cape Cod.
And now he takes on the debut Patriot, Michael Totalo. First pitch right to the glove of Tanner Franklin. Franklin flips it on over to first base, and he gets 2 quick outs. And that's a 1-2 inning for Tanner Franklin. As, of course, that best time of the day, we'll send it over to our good friend, Matt Coates.
Nico Sharp, thank you for a lovely and timely send there over for my silent report. Guys, I don't know about you, but I am thrilled to be standing here at Veterans Field giving you a report during a baseball game. Because as you know, we have made this drive 30 minutes east twice in a row without being able to play a baseball game. Flashback a week ago, July 24th was the original scheduled date of that game. However, it was canceled about 2 hours pregame due to some heavy set fog. We weren't even going to be able to get a pitch in without safety concerns for our players. Original rescheduled date, July 28th, the day after the 2024 Cape Cod Baseball League All-Star Game presented by Milton Cat. That game also canceled around 2 hours pregame, that because of some nasty rain in the forecast. Luckily for the players and fans, gave them a true all-star break. Luckily for Jacob Irons and myself, gave us a great day in Chatham and Harwich. Went over to Chatham Fish and Chips, had an amazing meal. One per Jacob Irons, potentially the best fish and chips meal he's ever had. And then guys, I know this may be considered crazy. My second summer on Cape Cod, have never been to Sunday school. Luckily, I'm with an expert over here, Jacob Irons. We took the trip to Harwich, went to that Sunday school. Let me tell you, my tummy was full of amazing food, great meal, great dessert. Drove home and then claimed the entire couch. I said, guys, I'm going to be laying here for the next several hours. But just so thankful to get here to Veterans Field and get this game in because, guys, we're in a crucial stretch. We are on our third game of 7 straight games heading into the postseason. Getting hot at the right time. 2 straight wins in that 7-game stretch so far. Hopefully it's a third tonight. Hopefully we keep rolling into the Battle of Barnstable tomorrow, guys.
Yeah, it's a big matchup for sure. Thank you, Matt Coates. And you backed it up a little bit, 4-game win streak for the Harbor Hawks. And, again, big stretch, really important games. But when you tie that into the matchups that they have facing a lot of Western Division foes and a lot of people, a lot of teams who are at the top of this Western Division, because a lot of these games are all going to matter. As the first pitch to the Chatham Anglers is a base hit from Luke Uhas. First pitch swinging on Grant Stevens. Leadoff man's on.
Now a little bit of a blooper that just gets over the reach of Acosta deep into the hole and carries. Doesn't have much power off the bat, but does enough to get by the infield and to drop in front of the outfielders.
I just want to go back to Matt Coates' report. Jacob, being here last year, we came here twice. I don't think we finished either game.
No.
And it's nice to be seeing the firehouse out in right field, to be able to see the field fully.
First pitch, bunt attempt fouled off, straight back.
And the first game we saw here this year was a 5-inning fog delay game that ended up being canceled after playing the minimum you need. So there's a potential for my career, along with Michael Kersing, that I will see a full 9-inning game here at Veterans Field.
Hey, Chatham may have a mind of its own. Who knows what could blow in within the next 10, 20 minutes. Knock on wood there, man.
Yeah, that's very true.
Another bunt attempt fouled in the air, right back into the netting, 0-2. And to viewers who may be new, again, the fog comes around a lot often, and back to your point, he mentioned the firehouse. The rule of thumb here is there's a firehouse in right center field, and if you can see that firehouse in right center field, the game is still going to be played. So once you lose vision, then that's when the game is up in jeopardy to be called in. We've become all too familiar with that code of conduct. The 0-2 slider fouled off over the Chatham Anglers dugout.
Mitch Carricker lurking on the ball bucket just beyond the Harbor Hawks dugout down the first base line, and Grant Stevens knows he is there and has an 0-2 count, trying to pick up a big out against Roddy.
Doesn't want to let the first two men get on, like back in the fourth. That scored 2. 0-2, way ahead up in the count to the left-hander, Bryce Roddy from North Greenville. Fastball got him looking. That one just catching the outer corner. Jackson West doing a great job getting his thumb under for out number 1.
And with it out, Mitch Carricker makes the motion to the bullpen. It's Mason Martinez making the jog from the right field corner onto the center of the infield. We'll tell you about the former VCU arm when we come back.
Hello there, Cape Cod. We're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've been around for 38 years and counting and have served over 5,300 customers. We specialize in the installation and service of your HVAC systems. Our favorite part of the job is making sure our customer is 100% satisfied.
We've been using Bork Heating and Cooling for over 20 years now. They've installed our furnace, our central air conditioning, and our hot water heater. Their service department is great, and I'd highly recommend this company to anyone.
We hope to hear from you. Give us a call anytime. Go Harbor Hawks!
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
The new arm, Mason Martinez, makes his way on the mound. The newly Florida State Seminole right-handed arm comes in a tie ball game here with 1 out.
Yeah, Mason Martinez comes in a big spot, looking to find 2 more outs and get the Harbor Hawks back into the dugout to untie the knot that we have with 2s between the 2 sides. Lake Worth, Florida native, taking his talents to Tallahassee to play for Link Jarrett's squad. And Mason Martinez has pitched through 3 1/3 innings as an ERA of 8.1, but that ERA, once again, with a small sample size, not showing the full picture. Is a pitcher that attacks the zone and lets the defense behind him go to work. Martinez, though, threw his 3 2/3, struck out 3, walked 2. Gonna be big for him to try and stay ahead on batters and hammer the zone and let the best fielding defense by fielding percentage go to work.
And it's been a small sample size, only 3 times all out of the bullpen, only 3 1/3 innings pitched for him. And he's a 4-pitch mixed guy, fastball, slider, curveball, and changeup. And we've seen a lot of good stuff from him. Again, the ERA is not any showing of his outings that he's had in the first 2 for the Harbor Hawks this summer. And he comes up, and he's going to face the top of the lineup. Didn't want to have Grant Stevens face Kyle Lodis in that top of the lineup for a 3rd time. That's where they're going to go to the right-handed Mason Martinez. First pitch down the zone, 1-0.
Going back to your point that you asked me right at the top when I came on, Nico, something else I like that I'm seeing out of this team is the connection between the Florida State catcher Jackson and the pitcher Mason Martinez. Now, these are going to be 2 teammates that are going to be playing with each other in Tallahassee next season.
1-0 pitch inside, and
to be able to give some continuity, as a player I loved and all of us loved watching last year was Cam Smith, newly drafted, but also a Florida State product. Keeping the Florida State chain rolling a little bit while also mixing in some new guys is also something I've liked seeing.
2-0 down in the zone, 3-0, and a lot of Florida State guys. You have Jackson West, you have Alex Lodis coming in this year, and Cam Smith, Jamie Arnold, along with others on Florida State, and it's been all of these guys having a lot of success. As a 3-0 just misses down and away. It's going to be a 4-pitch walk to the shortstop, Kyle Lodis.
Not necessarily how you want to open up the first batter, but pitches right around the zone, just can't get a call. And for Martinez, going to go up against a very hot bat in Kraus, and have to be wary.
Kraus 0-for-2 on the day, but has a batting average of 300. This past spring really swung it well, 358 for the DBU Patriots, teammate of Michael DeTalo. First pitch slider catching the inside corner, 0-1.
I love DBU also as a school getting some representation. We've also seen outside of Dallas Baptist, Colonial Athletic Conference is also a conference that's been getting major representation on the Cape over the last year or 2.
The 0-1, big swing fouled off.
Jacob, you referred to this league as the great equalizer a lot last year. I love that guys from teams like Dallas Baptist from outside the big 4-5 conferences are getting to show out and show their skills here on Cape.
And you get to show it in front of MLB scouts that might not go to some of these lower Division I schools or even Division II schools and JUCOs for the taste of JP Acosta. So to have that opportunity, be in front of scouts and show your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The 0-2 fouled off. Hit right over the Chatham Anglers dugout, and that's a big thing. Is sometimes, like, you're told whether you're in high school or you're playing college ball, is, hey, there may be scouts in the stands not here to see you, but you're still playing in this ball game, and you could be there. You could have a great game at the right time, and that next game they will be for you and you only. So you're only one game away in front of the right pair of eyes into changing your life. 2-2 ground ball chopper over to shortstop. Trying to make an attempt, Jeter throws JP Acosta, but he just keeps that in his back pocket. It'll be bases loaded here with only 1 out.
Yeah, and it was a diving play for DeTalo. Just can't make the grab, and Acosta came up with it, having to jump to field it with the hop, and as he was jumping, it was enough for Kraus to get over to first, and now bases loaded for Ashton Larson.
Yeah, so much was going on over there. It almost looked like Acosta couldn't decide. He was in between 2 or 3 minds to go to second, to first, or hold on to it. Probably the right play to not force anything and see what Martinez can do with this in his own hands.
Big moment here. Mason Martinez, bases loaded, 1 out. First pitch to Ashton Larson, fouled off.
Can't argue with the quality of contact, though. It's been weak contact so far. Even the single that was induced from Stevens was just a soft line drive over the head at short. So the quality of contact, it's been good. It's just trying to find the leather and make those plays, finish them off.
0-1 to Ashton Larson, has 13 RBIs on the summer. Backdoor slider misses, arm side from the right-hander. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bases loaded. Martinez finds himself in the jam with a 3-hole. Ashton Larson, the LSU Tiger. The 1-1 high fly ball. DeTalo roaming over to it and then runs out of room. Count is 1-2.
And Martinez ahead, trying to find 2 more outs here. And it's a big spot for the Chatham Anglers, trying to get ahead and stay ahead as this game rolls on.
1-2. That one missing arm side and high from Mason Martinez.
It's got to be nice for Martinez to know that all he has to do is execute the correct pitch, get the right ground ball, and he's got a really solid defense behind him. It's got to be nice for him to have that freedom to say, I just have to throw the correct pitch. I know the guys behind me are going to get the job done. Let's see if he can do it right here.
Force anywhere. Michael DeTalo even with the bag. Blake Cavill playing back behind first base. The 2-2 down low, counts all full at 3-2, and DeTalo is now going to move a little further back behind even. Double play depth up the middle, and Blake Cavill still playing behind first base. Looks like they're going to go for the double play rather for the play at the plate. Here with 3-2. The 3-2 to the left-hander. Hard line drive to right field. Will it go? Can you believe it? Ashton Larson changes the ball game, and he knew it right off the bat. That is a grand slam for the left-hander from LSU.
Off the bat, you knew it was going to carry. Just a pitch left middle, and Ashton Larson's a way too good of a hitter to have that happen for, and he's able to send one deep beyond the right field wall, almost flirting with the sidewalk beyond it, and it's now a 6-2 ball game in favor of the Anglers.
That's a big league at bat from Larson, too. Working it full, fouling off a few pitches, and staying in that at bat until he makes Mason Martinez make that mistake and give him the pitch to drive.
First pitch to the Vanderbilt Commodore. Jaden Davis down in the count 1-0. And that's what happens if you work behind in front of these guys who swing it so well. The 3-hole Ashton Larson has been swinging it so well all summer long. If you work behind the count and you have to show your arsenal early, these guys react to it, and you saw it right there as the 1-0 was fouled off over the first base side.
So now for Martinez, it's about getting his guys back in the dugout as quick as he can now. The bases are wiped clean. He has to respond, and his team has to respond for him.
1-1 slider catches that outer half. Not a bad time for Ashton Larson to get his first home run of the summer. 1-2 count. Hard ground ball right in between Saldivar and Cavill. And the Chatham Anglers get another man on.
And for this Chatham Anglers team, they have just been putting, once again, solid AB after solid AB together. And it's an Anglers team that can hit, and Hyannis still needing 2 more outs right now.
Not only that, they're also putting the ball where the Hyannis Harbor Hawks ain't. They're finding the spaces and putting together, as you said, Jacob, really solid at-bats with solid end products.
First pitch to the left-hander, Campbell Smithwick. The catcher from the Ole Miss Rebel. Sophomore from Oxford, Mississippi. 0-1 here, left-handed batter in the box, hard line drive, center field, ranging back is Eddie Pelk, ranging towards the wall, not able to make the play and hitting off the wall. Rounding second and moving to third is Jaden Davis, and it's going to be a stand-up double for the Ole Miss Rebel.
Yeah, Campbell Smithwick does a really good job of sending one deep into the left center field gap. Pelk, it kept carrying on him. We talked about the wind coming into tonight, how it was blowing out to center field, and it just kept carrying that pitch. And once more, the Anglers trying to get more than already what they have here in this half inning with 4 crossing the plate.
And for Mason Martinez, he's still looking for his first recorded out. First pitch to Robin Villeneuve. Foul ball down the third base line.
for Hyannis. Just have to keep themselves within this ball game. Being within 4 feels very reasonable with the back third of the game left to be played plus the 6. Opens up an opportunity for you to get your bats and get them back to flowing.
1-1 here to the Texas Tech Red Raider. 2 runners in scoring position here with less than 2 outs. 1-1 misses down the zone. 2-1. For Villeneuve, walked back in the second and got the RBI single in the 4th. 1 for 1 on the day. 2-1. Another fastball missing low. And he works himself into an even better hitter's count now at 3-1. And Martinez not recording an out for himself so far. The one out on the board is Grant Stevens, thrown 24 pitches already here. And that one is another pitch down and away. And that's another free pass for Villeneuve.
And it's going to be a meeting with Tanner Cunha out to talk with Mason Martinez. And now with Ty Johnson stepping into the box, he's now the 9th batter of this bottom of the 5th inning. And bases loaded once more. The Anglers are poised to get another couple of runs, and other arms starting to make the way to the bullpen. No one necessarily up and moving just yet.
Yeah, so far it looks like it's going to be Mason Martinez's inning to work out of. A little bit of walking activity for the Harbor Hawks bullpen, but yeah, it's nobody stretching, nobody getting loose so far, but see you do a couple guys getting up, walking around. Bullpen catcher looks to be getting up as well. So we'll see if the Harbor Hawks' bullpen gets empty. But till then, it's Mason Martinez's half inning. Trying to stop the bleeding here. 6-2, Chatham Anglers lead after the grand slam. First pitch, the Baylor Bear, Ty Johnson, fouled off, 0-1.
Ty Johnson was trying to get 2 grand slams in 1 half inning here.
0-1 here with 1 out. Ty Johnson, no home runs this summer, but that's a hard line drive to right field. Did we get 2 in this half inning? We sure did. That one snuck over the right field wall, over the glove of Josh Tate. And we just saw 2 grand slams in this half inning.
Wow. Just a pitch once more that's left over the plate, and Ty Johnson, the Baylor Bear, lets it growl, and it goes beyond. The wind pushing it a little bit, gets it enough by the light post to fall beyond the fence. And now, just like that, Hyannis stands 2 runs away from a mercy rule with the 7th inning upcoming.
Time to dust off the history books and the record books, boys. I wonder when the last time we saw that was. As you said, Jacob, on a less humid night, may not go out just above the glove of Josh Tate and right.
First pitch to Luke Uhas, the Raging Cajun from Louisiana Lafayette. Curveball inside, 1-0.
The bats are alive for the Anglers.
Hard line drive over to second base, hitting off the glove and going up in the air to Eddie Saldivar, trying to still make the play over at first base, going past the glove of Cavill after making the throw, and that one ending up hitting and going out of play. So now moving even closer will be Luke Uhas.
Yeah, just the wheels are starting to fall off the bus right now for Hyannis, and that are just trying to push a throw over to first base to Cavill, and with him readjusting the ball and making the throw, it's a tough one there. And now a runner in scoring position once more.
Bryce Roddy, the left-handed hitter, first pitch to him called strike.
Guys, is this my fault? I mean, I came on the air and all of a sudden these guys start scoring. I hope this wasn't me.
Luckily, you were here for half inning before.
True.
So
True.
we'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
Cool.
Give you the benefit of the doubt. High fly ball down the left field line. Michael Lital, the third baseman, ranging towards it, running out of room. Going foul, counts 0-1. I mean, we got Jacob Byron. It has to be a team vote. Are we going to blame this on Michael Kirsting? Or
No,
are we?
I don't, because
Okay.
he was here. He was
I
here
agree.
the half inning before, so
Cool.
I don't think it's you.
I want it to be back in future years. I didn't want tonight to be the night that it completely came to a stop. I'm glad it's a team vote. I would also vote no for myself, but I might be a bit of a biased vote.
0-1 here, 1 out. Mason Martinez still looking for his first out. Ground ball to J.P. Acosta. He'll throw it over to first base, and Mason Martinez records his first out. Advancing from second and third is Luke Uhas.
Yeah, second out, and now Johnson's able to get over to third, and the opportunity still is there for the Harbor Hawks to try and find themselves out of this half inning. It's 8 runs for the Chatham Anglers. It's an impressive half inning with 2 grand slams.
It's going to be 8 runs on the board this half inning for the Chatham Anglers. First pitch to Kyle Lodice, down zone 1-0.
I was mentioning quality of contact earlier. Can't argue with those few. 2 home runs shot out over the right field wall, sandwiched in between them, a hard single punch through the right side. Chatham now really finding that really hard contact. They're seeing the ball out of Mason Martinez's hand well.
Pitch to Kyle Lodice, missing down and away.
Yeah, Paul Schmitz in the Harbor Hawks bullpen starting to get warm right now.
Counts 2-0, and let's get a chance to see Paul Schmitz. Only seen 1 inning from him as the ball gets away from the bullpen down in right field. Now one trickling all the way to the backstop here behind home plate. And now the question is, did that pitch count? Because Mason Martinez did throw the pitch, and no, they're going to say it didn't.
I don't think so.
No, they're going to keep the count 2-0, and nobody really reacted to it until after, so maybe there was a verbal time called whenever they saw that one trickling down. But we'll do it again here at 2-0. Bryce Roddy, number 61, or Kyle Lodice takes that one inside, counts 3-0.
And for this Chatham Anglers team, they are looking to continue the hot half inning.
3-0 fastball, right down the middle, 3-1. They're going to keep trying to put up another crooked number and keep it going and try to extend this lead, which is already an 8-run lead now for the Chatham Anglers. The 3-1 fastball just catches the outside corner. Cal Lodice thought that was out. 3-2.
Yeah, it was a pitch just off the plate there, and Lodice isn't able to get the call that he wants off the plate.
3-2 fastball, fouled off just to the left of the third base bag. Kyle Lodice, 1 for 3 on the day. Worked a walk and would later score thanks to the first grand slam hit by Ashton Larson. 3 balls, 2 strikes here, 2 outs. 10-2 ball game. Chatham Anglers lead. And that one just catches the inner corner. Slider right to Kyle Lodice, and Mason Martinez works his way out of this one. But the Chatham Anglers, 2 grand slams in just this half inning. It's 10-2, and we'll see you in the top of the 6th.
Gents, just wanted to say thanks for having me back on, guys. It's always a good time hanging with you guys.
Michael Kirsting, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
As always. And hopefully we'll see you soon.
Hope so.
And we'll catch up after the game. 10-2, Chatham Anglers lead. We'll see you in the top of the 6th.
This will be your college. This will be your home. This is where you will join a community that supports you, cares about you, pushes you, cheers you on, challenges you, inspires you, helps you reach your dreams. Open your eyes to opportunity and your mind to possibility. Your future begins here.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your team.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings, they're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
(10-2) ball game here at Veterans Field. 2 grand slams in the bottom half of the 5th for the Chatham Mangers set the difference. Whole new ball game here, 10-2. Eddie Pelk will lead off. Nico Sharp, Jacob Irons, Josh Schreiber joins us back here and comes into a completely different ball game. And so does Tanner Franklin, comes in, ends the 5th. Tie ball game 2-2, and his offense really helped him out. Now gives him an 8-run lead as that fastball up in the zone, 2-0.
And for Tanner Franklin, he just got to pitch his game. Game's out in front of you. You have an 8-run cushion.
2-0 to Eddie Pelk. Fastball on the outer corner, catches it, 2-1.
On the other side for Hyannis, there's no 8-run swing. It's going to have to be little by little. There's a lot of game left to be played, but it has to start right now, especially with how close.
A hard line drive and a diving play over there by Kraus at third base for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, what a great play by Kraus, getting off his spot and goes Superman diving for it to get the glove underneath it, turns under and gets the out. And it's not the way you want to start to try and make a comeback. And for Hyannis, they now stand 2 runs away from the mercy rule coming into effect and ending this contest. 10 runs after 7 innings, and it's an 8-run lead for the Anglers.
First pitch to the Fresno State University senior Eddie Saldivar. Ball out and away.
And how about Chatham's offense these past couple of games? They mercy ruled Brewster yesterday, had a grand slam in that one. And then today, 2 grand slams in 1 inning. Doesn't get much more dominant than that offensively.
1-0 count to the lefty Saldivar. Over 2 on the day. Did reach by the fielder's choice. Back in the second. That one missing out and away. Or Tanner Franklin. Look for him to try to keep his pitch count low and try to extend into this ball game here with an 8-run lead. 92-mile-per-hour fastball blown right by the swinging bat of Eddie Saldivar, 2-1. That's the kind of swing you want to see from Saldivar in a hitter's count, 2-0. Still up ahead, 2-1. That 93-mile-per-hour fastball blows right by him again. Getting back into this count, 2-2 is Tanner Franklin.
Franklin doing a good job of responding. Great pitch placement as well for him to work on the outside part of the plate here.
He stays over there with the outside fastball, 92 miles per hour, goes right back into Saldivar, sends him down swinging.
It's been a team effort today for Chatham. Pitching has been dominant. They've gotten out of jams when they've needed to, and obviously look at the 10 spot, and the offense has been very good as well.
And it really goes to show you how quickly everything can change. Hyannis coming in looking like their offense could show no signs of stopping.
First pitch to Mason White, backdoor slider, called strike.
But then once here, it's been a little bit stifling once you got past the 4th inning.
Tanner Franklin working out of the windup. Big swing from Mason White, fouled it straight back. Quickly gets up from the count, 0-2. 0-2 count here to Mason White. He's going to try to get a 2-out rally for the Harbor Hawks and try to chip away at this 8-run lead that they have built. Fastball, 96 miles per hour, out and away. Mason White doesn't extend the zone.
And White has seen his first 2 strikes of the day. 0 for 0 with 2 4-pitch walks in this game.
Slider down the zone. Mason White doing a great job. Not pulling the trigger, even to count to 2s. Twos are hot here at Veterans Field. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. To the left-hander Mason White, Tanner Franklin send the first 2 down of the Harbor Hawks. And 2-2 fastball misses up in the zone, 94 miles per hour.
Mason White's been doing a really good job of not extending the zone and chasing. That was one of the things coming in he wanted to work on, is staying disciplined in his approach. Doing a really good job there.
The 3-2 fastball misses up and away, and Mason White works his 3rd walk of his evening.
Doing his best Caden Kepley impression with Kepley out of the lineup. 3 times on base. And it brings up Blake Cavell now, who has been hot of late.
Now, what can Blake Cavell do with Hyannis offense needing him the most?
Mason White now has 18 walks to Kane Kepley's 36. So we'll keep an eye on that as Mason White seems to be the walking machine, not extending the zone. Today here with 2 outs. Blake Cavell, first pitch to him, down the zone. Just catches the bottom part of the zone, 0-1. Weather cooling off here a little bit. Both of you guys got the hoodie, and Jacob Irons, the fan favorite in clothing. Blake Cavell fouls that one straight back to the padding. You have the hoodie and the vest. And
yes.
Do we still have the quarter zip underneath?
Quarter zip's on underneath, yes.
And don't tell me the collared shirt underneath. Are you wearing 4 layers again?
Yeah, there's 4 layers on.
I think that's what I would wear, like, on a ski day or something like that.
I mean, are you not feeling hot?
No, because I got the shorts on, so it, like, balances out.
I don't know if that's how that works.
I'm not sure how that works. We'll take a poll.
I think it works.
Please
that way.
drop it in the comments if you can wear 18 layers on top and if you just wear shorts. Is that even out? Me and Josh say no.
I'm very comfortable.
The 0-2 to Blake Cavell up in the zone 1-2, and I don't know. I feel like I'm a little chilly in this shirt, so I might throw a hoodie on. But how are you feeling, Josh? Are you just in hoodie and the shirt?
I was a little cold before I put on the hoodie, but I'm real comfortable.
Feeling
now.
good? Okay. Wow, we got all 3 different layers going on here. 1-2 count to Blake Cavell. That breaking ball missing arm side from the right-hander, Tanner Franklin. 2 balls, 2 strikes here. Mason White still standing over at first base. Blake Cavell 1 for 2 on the day. Has 2 RBIs. Got the Harbor Hawks going and back in the 4th with the 2 runs that you see on the board. High leg lick from Franklin. Fastball right in on the hands of Blake Cavell. Full count 3-2.
Cavell working a nice at-bat so far. Has been doing that for a few games now. Time in, time out.
Mason White going to be set in motion here with a full count, 2 outs, high leg lift. Blake Cavell takes that one low and in, breaking ball. And that's back-to-back 2-out walks for the Harbor Hawks.
Raise that on-base percentage up to 727 now with the new bat for him. He's 4 for 7 with 4 walks and 3 RBIs.
Did you just get that on-base percentage from your head? Or did you see it come up live?
Yes. Mental math.
He just pulled up that on-base percentage.
No way. There's no way.
Well, before this, he was on base 7 of his last 10 times.
Oh, 7 of 10. Okay. That's fair.
Okay.
That's fair.
11.
Yep.
Okay. Yep,
that's
that
right.
makes way more sense now because I'm like, how?
First pitch to the future Arkansas Razorback Carson Bowles. Breaking ball down low, 1-0. Josh Schreiber, the mathematician.
Some
What
might
they called
say.
me in high school.
Is it really?
No.
You didn't get that superlative?
No. I did do well on the math SAT, though.
What superlative did you get, Josh, from high school?
I don't know if I got a superlative.
Wow. Did you get a superlative, Nico Sharp?
I did get one. I don't remember what it was, though. I remember taking a picture for it, but I don't remember what it was. Did you get one?
I got multiple.
Sure. What were they? By the way, you haven't missed anything. It's just been a lot of waiting around. So,
mound visit between Smith Wick and the pitcher Tanner Franklin. Another slider misses down and away, 2-0.
I think most likely to run the world was 1.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
That makes sense. Most likely to work for NBC Sports.
No, didn't get
Go to
that
Notre
one.
Dame,
Didn't get that one. We also had like the Plainfield Idlewood because I went to Plainfield High School.
The what?
Plainfield Idlewood Ward, like the most.
Tanner Franklin, fastball, misses up in the zone. Carson Bowles struggling with his command a little bit, 3-0.
Has the most school spirit.
Really? Did you have a lot of school spirit?
I loved Plainfield High School. Yeah, I was a big Plainfield Panther.
Rumor has it that Dan Bartolino won school spirit accolade as well.
Nice.
The rumor is that I'm hearing in my earpiece that he was Mr. BHS, which makes sense. Dan Bartolino, a lot of school spirit, but so that's only two of the many that you had, Jacob Irons. The 2-1 high or 3-1 high leg lift. Carson Bowles, big swing. Just misses that one. Full count here at 3-2. Blake Cavill and Mason Wyatt going to be put in motion here once again.
I know I had another one. I just can't remember what it was.
Rake it in the awards.
Wow.
Probably most likely to be Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
3-2. Runners in motion. Carson Bowles fouls it off. Goes down the right field line. Robin Villeneuve running out of room over there down the line.
Yeah, Villeneuve doing a good job giving it a look here at Veterans Park, which is a very beautiful setting for Cape Cod Baseball League action here on this Wednesday night.
Arguably the second best field behind McKeon Park, of course.
Of course.
I'm a sucker. I love Veterans Field. I think it is the best behind McKeon Park.
Thank goodness. You scared me there. I thought you were going to say the best. Matt Coates is booing you for just the thought of that.
3-2 here once again. Runners go. Carson Bowles takes that one up and in, high and tight. That's going to be the third walk for the Harbor Hawks.
Yeah, way to be disciplined. Carson Bowles able to watch the ball go high. And for Eric Beatty and his dugout, no need to be concerned. Even if you see JP Acosta get his first hit be a grand slam, you still find yourself in very firm positioning.
Believe the numbers are you need 2 grand slams to tie this ball game up.
Correct. So within reach, though.
Good math.
Took me a second, but just remember, that's what Chatham Anglers did, so I believe that's what we would have to do as well, if my memory's correct.
Way to go, Nico Sharp.
JP Acosta, bases loaded here, 2 outs. He's looking for his first hit, count 1-0 to him. 0 for 2 on the day. 2 flyouts, 1 to left fielder, 1 to the center fielder. 1-0 pitch up in the zone. Tanner Franklin, again, struggling with command a little bit, missed that fastball up in the zone, 2-0.
Yeah, and this is all happening with 2 outs right now.
It's been all the free pass. Leaving them on, you have Carson Bowles at first, Blake Cavill at second, Mason Wyatt over at third base. And a fastball misses arm side and up from Tanner Franklin. 3-2 count here to JP Acosta.
Now Tanner Franklin at the verge of giving up his first earned run of the summer right now. Came in with a 0.00 ERA. Given up 8 runs, but none of them have been earned.
Yeah, has 11 innings under his belt. And that fastball up in the zone, and there will be the first run. And that's 4 straight walks for the Harbor Hawks.
And JP Acosta not trying to do too much, and Hyannis able to get one back, and that's what we need to have happen here. Walk away with a run is huge. Now it's 7 runs here that you fall behind on.
And Coach Eric Beatty going to make his way to the mound to talk to his pitcher, Tanner Franklin. Got the first 2 outs, no problem. Got Eddie Pelk to line out. A great play by Cross, the diving play. And Eddie Saldivar got him to go down swinging for the first 2, and then it's 4 straight walks from the right-hander Franklin.
This is a spot for Josh Tate as well, as they will go to the bullpen.
Yeah, they're going to go to the bullpen. That's going to do it for Tanner Franklin after an inning and third of his evening. We'll let you know who the new right-hander for the Chatham Anglers is right after this.
Hello there, Cape Cod. We're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've been around for 38 years and counting and have served over 5,300 customers. We specialize in the installation and service of your HVAC systems. Our favorite part of the job is making sure our customer is 100% satisfied.
We've been using Bork Heating and Cooling for over 20 years now. They've installed our furnace, our central air conditioning, and our hot water heater. Their service department is great, and I'd highly recommend this company to anyone.
We hope to hear from you. Give us a call anytime. Go Harbor Hawks!
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
It's a new arm on the mound for the Chatham Anglers. It's Jacob Heath, the West Florida product from Sefner, Florida. And through 7 thirds innings pitched, has a 1.23 ERA, has given up 5 hits, has struck out 8, has only walked 1. He comes in trying to shut the door and allow Hyannis to only respond back for 1 run after the 8-run bottom of the 5th.
The big spot for Josh Tate, the leadoff hitter today, 1 for 3. And 1 swing in the bat, and all of a sudden you're looking at a game that you're feeling a little bit more confident about coming back in.
A couple of timely hits from Josh Tate and even the on-deck batter Jackson West in this ball game, and you feel like you're right back into it if you're the Harbor Hawks.
Be a swing away. That's what you need to have happen. Hyannis needs to take advantage with the bases loaded on free passes.
First pitch to Josh Tate. Breaking ball misses out in the way. 1-0. Josh Tate so far today has a base hit, 1 for 3. Stolen base for him as well. Counts now 1-1. Fastball taken out and away.
Josh Tate doing a good job of watching the pitch that was flirting on the bottom part of the zone. Not trying to extend too much.
1-1 Josh Tate. Big swing. Fouls it straight back. Josh Tate looking for a grand slam of his own with that swing. Now counts 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Trying to get the Harbor Hawks back within a swing.
One and 2 count here. Jacob Heath, 1 pitch away. With the bases loaded. Hard fastball, 91 miles per hour, just missing out and away. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here, Harbor Hawks able to scratch 1 across. Scores 10-3. Fastball high and tight, almost in on the hands of Josh Tate. Count's going to be full here at 3-2. 2 outs. Runners are going to be in motion. JP Acosta at first. Carson Bowles at second. Blake Cavill 90 feet away over at third. Josh Tate, the leadoff man. He sets high leg lift 3-2. Big swing and just comes up empty. Jacob Heath able to come in and shut the door. Harbor Hawks do scratch one across. The score is now 10-3. But let's send it over to our best friend, sideline reporter, and speech team captain, Josie Broyles.
Thanks, Nico. Really proud of that accomplishment actually. Speech team captain was quite the experience my senior year. But I wanted to first shout out some of our interns. Today is the Chipotle fundraiser, where 25% of event sales get donated to the Harbor Hawks, and almost every single intern walked into Veterans Field today with something from Chipotle. So it's always good to see our interns and community giving back to the team that we've all loved working for and supporting all summer long. But turning some things over around the team, I was able to catch up with Eric Snow and Aaron Savory about how they're feeling post All-Star game and pre-playoffs. Snow expressed to me about how he's the All-Star game isn't only just a great memory that he gained from winning, but he really gained confidence in himself and as a team from the Hawks having so many standout moments on the field that day. Savory said a few similar things, as well as being grateful for how much experience and improvement he's been able to have from this summer. Going into playoffs, the team wants to be able to host, and Snow expressed to me that that's definitely a part of the drive that they've had so far and where kind of these victories have came across from. The team is down right now, but we'll see how the rest of the game goes. Back to you.
Thank you, Josie. And before we send you back, we've been talking about most likely to and accolades and anything high school related. Were you given any awards in high school superlatives?
Well, I was nominated for 2, and I won one of them.
Nice.
First one was most likely to be famous. Unfortunately, I did not win that one. It's
Tough.
a little bit offensive, honestly, but at least I
Ouch.
got the nomination. That one counts. And this one, not to flex on you guys, but this is a big one.
Okay.
I was a theater kid in high school, so I was nominated most likely to be on Broadway.
Wow.
I know. Unfortunately, I don't think that'll happen in the near future, but it's good to know that they supported me for that non-chosen path. So yeah, never too late. Pick up a few voice lessons and maybe I'll get there.
Awesome. Thank you, Josie Broyles. Speech team captain, most likely to be on Broadway. And our silent reporter, thank you again for another great hit, Josie Broyles. Most likely to be on Broadway. Okay, interesting one. That's a new one. That's a new one for me. I could see Jacob Irons getting something like that as well. And for the Harbor Hawks, it's going to be the new arm on the mound, Paul Schmitz.
Yeah, Paul Schmitz, the Houston product, steps on to the mound. Has only one other appearance so far on his summer. Went 1 inning and gave up for the Harbor Hawks 2 hits. Has an ERA of 27. Once again, small sample size, looking to try and work that down here against a very talented lineup that starts things off with the leadoff man in Kyle Lodis in his 4th plate appearance.
He comes in this back half of the game. Harbor Hawks still down 7. So his job is just going to be put up a bunch of zeros. You're down a bunch of runs, so you're coming in a low leverage situation, down a couple runs, but look for him to go right after these Chatham Anglers hitters, and Chaden Krause lead off in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch, big swing, comes up empty, 0-1.
Now, I do have a trivia question for you guys in this inning. It is a Chatham trivia question. Was told by, I believe it's the PA announcer for Chatham. He asked a bunch of the interns this question, so I'll ask you guys.
1-1, big swing from the DBU Patriot, 1-2.
In the 100-year history of Chatham, the Chatham Anglers, how many MVPs of the Cape Cod League have they had?
0-2, big swing. Paul Schmitz sends Krause, the first man he sees, down swinging.
Give me 4.
That was my guess as well.
That was going to be my guess as well. That's actually kind of funny. Wow. All of us would have said 4. I'm going to assume it's not right because
Josh Schreiber would have been bragging
he
about
would have,
it.
yeah, we would have heard that rather than trivia. Now it's just, do I want to go up or down?
I would go up.
Yeah, I'm thinking up.
Because you look at Chris Bryant was here. There was big names.
First pitch to left-hander Ashton Larson, who hit the grand slam, the first one, back in the 5th. Let's go 6. I'm going to go 2 up. Is it 6?
Number is 3. I was very surprised.
Wow.
100-year history, just 3 MVPs for Chatham. But I'll ask you the second part to the question that he asked us. I don't know how much of a shot you'll have. Can you name any of those 3?
Paul Schmitz, 1-1 count, breaking ball down the dirt.
Two of them are names that you do know.
Give me Chris Bryant for one, then.
No.
Okay.
Good guess, though.
Yeah. Ooh.
I'll give you same position, at least to start his career. Played recently, retired a couple years ago.
Hard ground ball, staying fair. Michael Totalo cannot get to it. Rounding first and going to second is Ashton Larson. Close play at second base. Gets by the glove of Eddie Saldivar. Carson Bowles making a play over at second base, but a sliding double for Ashton Larson.
As you guys guess, I'll just give more and more hints. It's a tough one.
Now, this
the
position
one that I think you guys have the best shot of guessing, because it's the one I would have had a best shot of guessing.
So the position for Chris Bryant, are we talking third base, left field? Okay, third base.
He retired, I believe, honestly, I don't know if he's officially retired yet, but not on a team this year. Best known as a player in the AL East, he's a multiple-time All-Star.
Gonna have to go back and first pitch to Falmouth Commodore Jaden Davis fouled off. And
for those listening at home, feel free to play along. Leave a comment if you have a guess.
It's just tough not knowing all the players that that have been in the history of Chatham Anglers. But I mean, do I say Josh Donaldson? Fastball,
right,
big swing, comes up empty 0-2. Jaden Davis, and trying to think of third baseman who.
Todd Frazier.
No. No, that is 2 good guesses. Now, Donaldson was a Harwich Mariner.
Okay, I knew he played in the Cape. I couldn't remember what team.
I don't know if Todd Frazier played in the Cape League, but Tampa Bay Ray.
0-2 count to Jaden Davis. Paul Schmitz sends him downswing, gets 2 strikeouts in his third batter.
It's a Tampa Bay Ray. That's what you would know him from.
Evan Longoria?
There you go.
Wow.
2005 Cape League MVP.
Wow.
Evan Longoria. Now, there are 2 more. I think I'm just going to give you. The other one, Thurman Munson.
Wow. Yeah, that was
that's a pretty well-known one.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I don't know if I would have guessed that, but that's a good
back.
one.
And then Joey Cora, who is the brother of Red Sox manager Alex Cora. So those are the 3. I had some fun trying to guess some of those earlier. Didn't do a great job.
Campbell Smithwick comes up, and he's over 2 on the day. Had a sac fly. That's a good one. Evan Longoria, is he retired? Is he still on the Giants?
No, he's not. He's not playing this season. I don't know if he's officially retired.
That's right.
I see him in Instagram comments all the time.
1-0 count to the catcher Smithwick. Fastball missing out and away, and for Paul Schmitz, doing a good job of attacking these Chatham Anglers hitters. Has 2 strikeouts already, and Ashton Larson has been swinging the bat unbelievably today. Now 3 for 4 with a base hit and a grand slam and a double. Now in hitter's count is the left-hander Smithwick. That one down the zone, 3-0. A lot of trivia research happening back here for us. Trying to see if indeed Todd Frazier played in the Cape League, and we're seeing if Evan Longoria is still active. And fastball misses out the way to Smithwick. He works a walk. Chatham Anglers now have 2 on.
2 on here, and Harbor Hawks just trying to get out of this half inning and find themselves within reach.
Robin Villeneuve, the first baseman, 1 for 1 the day, has 2 walks, an RBI single back in the 4th. Here are 2 outs. Paul Schmitz, first pitch to him, breaking ball. Front doors it for a strike, 0-1. Still a 10-3 ball game here. Chatham Anglers lead, and if you're just joining us, it was 2 grand slams in 1 inning, thanks to Ashton Larson and Ty Johnson. Counts 1-1 here.
Now Todd Frazier.
I was right. I knew it.
He was on the Chatham A's.
I knew I was right.
I love how we both found that at the exact same time.
On 2 different websites.
Yep. I mean,
I knew it.
1-1 breaking ball. Just misses down.
And he was on that same team as Evan Longoria in 2005.
I knew I was pulling something from somewhere. I didn't know where I was going with it.
Slight drizzle beginning here at Veterans Park. Here in the 7th as Jacob Irons lets off a big exhale. And nothing big here, just a little misty, but we did hear back in Hyannis the rain had picked up over there. And another exhale from Josh Schreiber. A lot of exhales.
Can we get one from you?
If it does pick up a little bit, I think I'll exhale.
Okay.
I think I'll drop an exhale.
Well, so you're not going to exhale at all? You're just not going to breathe?
Oh, jeez.
Nico Sharp holds his breath for the rest of the game challenge.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Oh,
fastball catching the outside corner. And Paul Schmitz strikes out the side. Has a couple of traffic on in between. Harbor Hawks still down 10-3 as we enter the top of the 8th.
This week we've been working a lot with doing play-by-plays, just doing behind-the-scenes stuff with sports broadcasting, which I never really realized how much went into it, but it's been really cool.
They've grown a lot. I've never really done like a program like this before, so like seeing all the behind-the-scenes has like really grown.
I've learned how to really just gain confidence in my play-by-play speaking, and I've learned more terms here when it comes to directing and producing, and I've just had a great time with John Rook.
Doing the play-by-play stuff and all that, being with a guy like John Rook, understanding what like the major kind of entails doing this camp, just really a preview for what you do here at Dean or any other college doing broadcasting, so I'm definitely more prepared to make this a job of mine.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings, they're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
Now, guys, it seems like we have some phantom rain right now. You know, you look out towards the lights, it looks like it's raining, but nobody is really feeling much outside of our tent. More of a very light mist, or even a heavy fog, one might say.
Some could say that.
10-3 ball game here at Veterans Field, and no exhale from me just yet. The rain, fog, mist, whatever might be up in the air here at Veterans Field.
Snow?
Could be snow.
Unlikely, but
lines up and
highly unlikely.
We are under the tent, so we don't feel it, so it could be snow. Counts 1-0 to Jackson West. Big swing from Jackson West. Wow, falling back towards the dugout of the Harbor Hawks after that big swing. Comes up empty, 1-1. Jackson West, 1 for 3 on the day. Had a stolen base attempt. Breaking ball. Jackson West trying to use his hands, go the other way. Just misses it. Counts 1-2 as Jacob Heath comes in for another innings of work. Just came in after Tanner Franklin was scrambling there a little bit. Got the last out, last inning. Jackson West, hard line drive, hit over the second baseman, Jaden Davis's head. Hard round of first base, but he'll go retreat back to first base, and Harbor Hawks get the leadoff man on.
And for Hyannis, if they want to try and create a rally, that's how you do it. Get the leadoff man aboard and start some motion behind him. Jackson West is a prime candidate to have that happen.
Some might say Jackson West has motion.
Some could say he has been very aggressive on the base pass this summer. Look for him to try and be aggressive here.
And after the stolen base attempt, people say he got some speed too. Looks to go in safely, just out by half a step. Eddie Pelk, first pitch, swinging. 0-1. Michael Tatalo wearing a Tennessee helmet. The orange helmet there, the right-hander from DBU. Fouls that one off. High over the netting behind home plate. Counts 0-2, and if the Harbor Hawks want to chip away at this lead, it was a good start from Jackson West. It was Eddie Pelk who tried to start it last inning, hard line drive, but it was a great play by Chayton Krause to make a play. Hard ground ball, hit to the shortstop, low D's. He flips it over to Davis. He throws it to first. Just in time for the double play and a pitcher's best friend for Jacob Heath.
Yeah, a fantastic turn by Kyle Lodies, who almost lost his footing fielding the ground ball, ended up coming to a set position, throwing on to second, and then a nice turn by the second baseman, Jaden Davis, to get the double play for Michael Tatalo, who, not known for his speed.
Now up with 2 outs is going to be Eddie Pelk. 1 for 3, had a base hit back in the second. And lined out to third baseman Krause. First pitch takes it for a strike. Still a light mist. Happening, can't really tell much. Nobody moving from their seats. Eddie Pelk caught on his front foot, swings, and comes up empty on the breaking ball.
Yeah, just a little bit of a moisture in the air that sits up there right now.
The 0-2 tries to get Pelk to climb the ladder upstairs. Pelk doesn't chase, it's 1-2. Here in the top of the 7th. 10-3 ball game here at Veterans Field. Chatham Anglers lead, and it was that 1/2 inning thanks to 2 grand slams for the Anglers. And Jacob Heath sends Pelk down swinging for an unconventional 1-2-3 inning, and the Chatham Anglers come up once again here in the bottom of the 7th, leading 10-3.
Your future begins at Dean College.
Make a difference. Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Hey Cape Cod, we're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've serviced over 5,300 customers on and around Cape Cod for almost 40 years. We install and service your heating and cooling system, and our #1 goal is to ensure we do the best job we possibly can to make our customers happy.
You have the triple cheerleading squad for Bork sitting here. They repaired our heating system, took care of our air conditioning system, and they set something up with the remote system that they installed for us as well. Yay, yay, yay for Bork. We love them.
Give us a call when you're in need of HVAC services. Hope you enjoy the game.
Paul Schmitz comes in for another inning of work. Harbor Hawks still down 10-3. As we saw the rain pick up there for a little bit, and the half inning looks to subside once again. Still a 10-3 ball game here at Veterans Field. Nico Sharp alongside Jacob Irons, Josh Schreiber, Chase Avery, our producer, Dan Bonalino standing alongside him. Matt Coates and Josie Broyle is going to be joining us all throughout tonight's ball game. Wind picking up here a little bit. Jacob Irons, 6 layers on here today. How we feeling?
I'm fine. I don't know what you guys. I run cold. I know my body, so I'm gonna layer on top.
I was just asking how you were.
Yeah, I know that. Hey, no,
So defensive. Wow.
Look at this guy.
Hey, you know what? I know what works for me, and it does the job.
And the Harbor Hawks, we talked about it last home game, first pitch to the left-hander Ty Johnson with the grand slam back in the 5th. Big swing, just missed it, 1-1.
Now, since we have a 7-run game, I would like to let our viewers know that I did not get my free dessert. Chili's was... This was after yesterday's Wareham game as the foul ball hit straight back.
2 days ago, Josh.
Whatever. Same thing. Where were we yesterday?
Home.
Versus
Falmouth with a 5-2 victory. Wow.
You're right. The games meshed together. Yeah. Anyways, didn't get my free dessert, which was unfortunate, but got an absolutely wonderful burger.
1-2 fastball sends Ty Johnson down swinging for the first out, and Paul Schmitz gets his 4th strikeout of his outing.
What a pitch by Paul Schmitz, being able to really work away on it. And it's a nasty pitch that's able to come across that 90 low in the zone that has Johnson dropping to an E, trying to make contact with it. And for Schmitz coming in, trying to lower the ERA, is doing a good job of that right now.
First pitch to Luke Uhas up in the zone. But you were so excited about your dessert, and it sounded like you had it all planned out.
Yeah, I was going to get the skillet cookie.
What happened?
I mean, the burger left me satisfied, I'd say. It was a very good burger. Relax, Jacob Irons. And after that, I was still down for the skillet cookie if it were free, but, not down enough to pay for it.
The 2-0 fastball catching the outside corner, 2-1 here to Luke Uhas. But yeah, overall, a good experience. Jacob Irons, what you got looked quite enticing, I will say. I think that's what I'm going to get next time. Big swing from Luke Uhas on the fastball up in the zone, 2-2.
Yeah, worked with the triple dipper.
Classic.
Get 3
Sure.
appetizers off the menu.
And what'd you get? What were your 3 choices?
Sliders, Southwest egg rolls, and honey chipotle crispers.
Sure. Paul Schmitz working on the windup, 2-2. Spiked into the ground, gets behind Jackson West. How are the egg rolls?
Very good. I will always.
What's in them?
I don't necessarily know, but they're good.
Well, there you go. That's all you need. Did it fill you up?
It did. It filled me up, yeah. Hey.
Good to hear.
Glad to hear it. Luke Uhas, 3 for 3 on the day. Just catches the outside corner. Luke Uhas goes down looking, and Paul Schmitz gets his 5th strikeout of his 5 outs.
Have yourself a day, Paul Schmitz, in the backdrop of a game that feels out of reach for the Harbor Hawks. Paul Schmitz is keeping Hyannis very much in this ball game. It's 3 runs away from the Anglers being able to close up shop now as we're in the bottom of the 7th. Mercy rule in the Cape Cod Baseball League this year for the first time. If you're leading by 10 runs after 7. But Paul Schmitz keeping Hyannis around and allowing themselves to go to work.
And the 1-0, hard line drive hit over the head of Acosta.
There goes the perfect game for Schmitz.
Bryce Roddy gets a 2-out base hit.
A nice piece of hitting, though, by Roddy. Gets the off-speed pitch, bottom left corner, outside, and he just went with the pitch perfectly. A line drive into the gap. And now Chatham looking to get a 2-out rally going.
And it can start here with Kyle Lodis, their leadoff batter. He doesn't have a hit on the day yet, but knows he's due.
First pitch to him is a breaking ball. Right on the hands, just missed inside, 1-0. Paul Schmitz. Next pitch to Kyle Lodis, fouled off. Tipped off the glove of Jackson West. Still a good crowd here at Veterans Field as they watch their Anglers put on a little bit of a home run derby, 2 grand slams in this one. Fastball in on the hands, just missing at 92 miles per hour. Two balls, one strike. Here to Kyle O'Dees, the shortstop. 0 for 3 on the day. Did work a walk, came around to score on one of the grand slams from Ashton Larson. That fastball right in on under his hands, counts 3-1.
At 91 miles an hour, Lodis is backing away from it. And Schmidt's just trying to find the zone right now.
Bryce Roddy taking a small lead over at first base as that one misses zone once again. Arm side from the right-hander, Paul Schmitz. Kyle Lodis gets on via the free pass.
That brings up Chayton Krause. And now opens up an opportunity. He signifies as the walk-off run right now. But for Hyannis here, everything away from the game has went their way tonight.
First pitch to Krause. High fly ball just misses. Shallow right field. Josh Tate ranging in for it. And we'll see what the Harbor Hawks had going for them outside the field when we come back right after this.
Hello there, Cape Cod. We're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've been around for 38 years and counting and have served over 5,300 customers. We specialize in the installation and service of your HVAC systems. Our favorite part of the job is making sure our customer is 100% satisfied.
We've been using Bork Heating and Cooling for over 20 years now. They've installed our furnace, our central air conditioning, and our hot water heater. Their service department is great, and I'd highly recommend this company to anyone.
We hope to hear from you. Give us a call anytime. Go Harbor Hawks!
We were pickling today. Me and Coachy were kind of cooking. We played really well.
Back here to start here in the top of the 8th. It's going to be Saldivar, White, and Cavill. But let's figure out what's been going well for the Harbor Hawks via Jacob Irons.
Yeah, with an off day here for majority of the league, there has been final scores between the two other games that are happening outside of it, all having Western opponents. Bourne was able to take down Wareham 8-3 today. That one's final. Orleans taking down Katuitt.
Exhale, Nico. Here comes the rain.
Oh, there. Yep, it's really coming down here, and that, wow, it just opened up the floodgates. Wow, that happened really fast. And after seeing nobody leave with the mist, the rain has picked up and slowing down here. And Jacob Irons, please continue.
And so Katuitt fell to the Orleans Firebirds 3-0 today, which ultimately ends up with Hyannis and Katuitt being able to stay within the race at first.
The ground ball just going foul from the bat of Eddie Saldivar. Rain picked up, people looking for shelter all over the place. Still a 10-3 ball game here, and
still some troopers down there in the bleachers, though.
Some people came prepared. See down the first row, see some umbrellas.
The rain's already stopped.
Being pulled out, yeah, the rain.
What was it, 4-3-3?
Fastball up in the zone to the left-hander, Eddie Saldivar. Eddie Saldivar, hard ground ball right to the glove of Jaden Davis. He'll flip it on over to Villeneuve for the first out of the inning. People taking cover anywhere they can. We have a canopy here over us, and people look for this canopy for shelter from the rain.
I'll be honest, they're not very smart people. We're clearly trying to watch the game, and they just go right in front of them.
Well,
blocked the view there for a couple seconds.
They're still right behind me.
Now we got a clear view again. Here's Mason White, due up. Eddie Saldivar grounded to Jaden Davis.
Don't worry, they're Chatham fans.
Mason White still looking for his first plate appearance. High fly ball, just gets under it, sending it deep to the Baylor Bear. Ty Johnson over there in center field, ranging under it and making the play for Mason White's first recorded out of the day. Quick 1-2 inning for Jacob Heath thus far. Blake Cavill due up, who had the 2 RBI single back in the 4th and then walked in his last plate appearance in the 6th.
And for Blake Cavill, you want to award it to something. It's the bat for Steve Irwin that's been doing a really good job.
Blake Cavill takes the first pitch for a strike. In at the bottom of the zone. The 0-1. Changeup misses out and away. Counts even 1-1.
Hang on, I gotta find it though. It was 8-7-2.
Rain has completely subsided here.
It's that New England weather.
I mean, it really opened up, cleared house here at Veterans Field. And now the rain subsided. People haven't returned back to their seats just quite yet. Umbrellas have gone back down. Blake Cavill evens the count to 2-2.
That was just the baseball gods wanting to weed out the fake fans. It's just the real fans now here at Chatham. And what do you know? All the Hyannis fans stay.
2-2 to Blake Cavill. Breaking ball. Staying out in the way. Counts full 3-2. Jacob Heath getting a quick first 2 outs. Blake Cavill able to work into a deep count here at 3-2.
I mean, it's science. It's science. Hyannis fans are just tougher than every other fan.
Blake Cavill, fastball out and away, fouls it straight back, keeps his bat alive. Here in the top of the 8th, Harbor Hawks down to the last 4 outs, looking to try to chip away at this lead. And the 3-2 to Cavill. He fouls off another one right over third base. Dug out in the Chatham Anglers.
And Blake Cavill doing a really good job being ahead there, fighting off some good pitches.
Blake Cavill, ground ball into the Bermuda Triangle between and making a nice play as Jacob Heath as he fields it towards first base and keeps his momentum and gets the one unassisted. And with that being 3 outs, let's send it over to our bestest friend and sideline reporter, Matt Coates.
Thanks there, Nico Sharp. Guys, you can really say games just become fever dreams when it's a 10-3 score. We got rain coming down for about 30 seconds. People standing directly in front of the broadcast booth for a little bit longer than that. Then our producer, Dan Bolino, playing catch without a glove with some local Chatham fans. Lovely game. But, guys, time to reel it back in. We were talking about some angler MVPs earlier, so I took it personally. I said it's time to talk about some Hyannis Harbor Hawks that were successful. So I'm going to drop a little knowledge on you guys. Let's flash back to Brick Smith. You should recognize that name because Mark reads it on the PA announcement every game. 2024 Cape Cod Baseball League Hall of Fame inductee, so congratulations to Mr. Smith on that. He was a batting champ back in 1980, and arguably more impressive, he won Sportsman of the Year in the Cape Cod Baseball League. Absolutely phenomenal award. Another great player a year before that, Ross Jones, also batting champ. That was back in 1979 when he also won the All-Star Game MVP. That team in 79 won a Cape Cod Baseball League championship for the second straight year, doing the same thing back in 78. Jacob Irons knows that, guys, obviously. And then another guy, another stud, Nat Showalter, who you might hear the name, you're like, who's that? It's Buck. That's Buck Showalter, guys. You know him. He was an MLB manager for the Yankees, the Diamondbacks, the Rangers, the Orioles, and the New York Mets. Arguably the greatest baseball team in history, the New York Mets.
There's an argument.
There's an argument to be made. And lastly, I'll give you a little trivia. Who, in 2018, was the most recent Hyannis Harbor Hawks Cape Cod Baseball League MVP? Dan Bodolino knows, but I'll give you guys a chance to guess first. Per Dan Bodolino, his boss at work hosted this player.
He said that's a hint. How is that a hint?
That's a hint if you work with Dan Bodolino.
Ashton Larson takes the first pitch for a ball 1-0.
Anyone want to venture a guess before I?
You want to? Can you say the question again?
Okay. Who was the most recent Hyannis Harbor Hawks MVP of the Cape Cod Baseball League? This came pretty recently, back in 2018.
Chopper over to the shortstop, JP Acosta. He ranges over, makes a nice athletic play towards his glove side for the first out of the inning.
I'll tell you this, guys. It's a name I didn't know before reading it.
Okay.
Okay, then I have no shot. All right, go.
No? We'll put Dan Bolin on the mic for this one. Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, that would be Matthew Barefoot.
Wow.
Good work.
Way to go. I believe he batted .379 that year. He's, I believe he's, correct me if I'm wrong, has the highest single-season batting average in Harbor Hawks history.
.379 is correct.
6th round pick of the Astros. Career kind of fizzled out after that, but
wow, you know everything about him.
Pretty good. Yeah, we talk about him a lot at work.
The 0-1 breaking ball to Jaden Davis, called strike 0-2. And Matt Coates, before we send you off, you know, we've had a little bit of a theme tonight. We've been talking about superlatives in high school. So as Jaden Davis goes down looking for another strikeout for Paul Schmitz, did you have any superlatives or any big accolades we should know about?
Unfortunately, I cannot say I made the superlative section of the yearbook.
I'm with you.
Josh, you get it. It's a struggle.
Yep.
But I will say I did have a great picture in my senior yearbook. Really proud of that one. You know, I don't consider myself the best at taking pictures, but that one, you know, when it just comes out nice? Just came out nice in that one.
Good LinkedIn profile for a while.
No, of course not. I have a more professional picture on my LinkedIn. We're not joking around here, Josh. 500-plus connections over here.
Oh, me too. End. Me too. I'm right there with you.
Don't get that with a senior year high school picture.
Fair enough.
So we're definitely going to have to see this senior year picture here at some point.
We'll put it on the broadcast.
I'm sure I can pull it up. Yeah, we'll see what we can do. I'm not sure how that can become broadcast relevant, but we'll cook something up.
I got you.
A little then and now.
The 0-1 fastball misses out and away to the left-hander, Campbell Smithwick.
How it started versus how it's going. Oh, man.
Quite well. Quite well.
Another fastball up in the zone from Campbell Smithwick.
Well, Paul Schmidt's doing a very good job on the mound right now.
I feel like we're the Manning cast right now.
2-1 here with 2 outs. Foul ball straight back from Campbell Smithwick. And this broadcast really been turned on its head. And doing a great job. And so Matt Coates, no superlatives, nothing we should know. Any senior accolades even, maybe in lacrosse even?
Yeah, we had a few accolades there for lacrosse my senior year. First team all-county, first team all-conference.
Oh, wow.
Very mid-team, though.
2-2 fouled off once again.
You know what they say?
What do they say?
There is a me in team.
Oh.
Not if you read left to right.
It's somewhere in there.
I agree.
Campbell Smithwick, fastball in on the hands, ranging towards Blake Cavill. That one going to fall to the right of the first base chalk line. Foul.
But, yeah, solid achievements there. Senior year football was a good year as well. Unfortunately, in New Jersey, the only sport that there was no state playoff, so no chance for the Cranford Cougars to go on to miraculous state championship run there, but the boys did quite well. I believe we had a 6-2 record end the shortened season there. So shout out Coach Eric Rosemeyer, former NFL player during the Scab replacement year. He was a Colgate offensive lineman back in his day. Fun facts.
Wow. That is big time for Matt Coates. As a chopper hit up the middle, not able to make it. And that one gets through the middle infield, and Campbell Smithwick gets a 2-out base hit.
Nico, I missed your superlatives. Anything good I should know about?
I did have one, and I don't remember what it was.
That's exactly what someone who didn't have one would say.
At least Josh and I owned up to it. Like,
yeah, come on now.
I can have the family look through the yearbook and see what it was, because I remember taking a picture for it. I just don't remember what it was.
Mm-hmm.
That's big. That's big. We need that. We're gonna need to circle back on that.
Yeah, we'll definitely come back to it, and we'll bring it back.
We should probably save that for the playoffs, right?
Yeah, big playoff story.
Yeah,
that'll have to be.
Right, Jacob Irons?
Yeah. I'm watching this broadcast in front of me just roll down a hill.
Robin Villeneuve fouls the first pitch he sees, straight back. Campbell Smithwick on first base now. The 0-1 breaking ball down the zone, taking to even the count to ones.
Hyannis just needs to find one more out, get you into the top of the ninth, and try and do anything in your power to get 7 runs.
They've done it before.
The 1-1 fastball catching the lower third corner. Counts now 1-2.
Yeah, did it last year against Kituitt. Maybe one of the most impactful late-game comebacks I've ever seen with my own 2 eyes.
Was it down 6-0 going into the 9th?
Down 6-0.
Breaking
was
ball
able to respond.
Breaking ball down the dirt.
Imagine if they came back down 6-0 and then lost the game, like in extras. They didn't score that last run.
I'd rather not imagine that scenario.
No, it's funny just because it didn't happen.
How history actually went.
Oh, me too.
On that one.
Me too.
Very similar weather day there from today to there.
Another fastball missing glove side from the right-hander, Paul Schmitz, and
73 with a light missed. That's how I remember it.
Maybe another comeback brewing for the Harbor Hawks. But it's going to be Paul Schmitz needing to get out of this one. Here to put up a big 0. 3-2 count, fastball blown right by Robin Villeneuve, the Texas Tech Red Raider, and Paul Schmitz gets another strikeout swinging. Harbor Hawks down their last 3 outs. See if they can mount a 7-run comeback to tie 8 to win. We'll see you in the top of the 9th.
Hey Cape Cod, we're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've serviced over 5,300 customers on and around Cape Cod for almost 40 years. We install and service your heating and cooling system, and our #1 goal is to ensure we do the best job we possibly can to make our customers happy.
You have the triple cheerleading squad for Bork sitting here. They repaired our heating system, took care of our air conditioning system, and they set something up with the remote system that they installed for us as well. Yay, yay, yay for Bork. We love them.
Give us a call when you're in need of HVAC services. Hope you enjoy the game. Hey Cape Cod, we're Bork Heating and Cooling.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
New arm for the Chatham Anglers comes in to get the final 3 outs. It's going to be the left-handed southpaw, Cam Johnson.
Cam Johnson from Oklahoma pitching in 3 innings so far with the Anglers, has an ERA of 12, looking to bring that down. Struck out 2, has walked 8, has a little bit of a problem on his command, and he's trying to work that out here with 7 runs to give the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. They're looking to try and create a comeback that would be for the ages here at Veterans Field.
And it's going to go 8-9-1 for the Harbor Hawks. It's going to be Carson Bowles, J.P. Acosta, and Josh Tate due up here in the top of the 9th to try to mount the 7-run comeback.
Try and mount it and just give yourself a little bit of momentum going into tomorrow. You go to Lowell Park at 5 o'clock, a big game, very much a play for the first spot in the West right now. So got to have yourself with momentum going into that. This ninth inning, whether you get it all or nothing, just try and create some momentum going that way.
And that game might be one of the most attended games in the Cape Cod regular season. We'll see. We know Cotuit always draws well, and we know Hyannis fans will show up in numbers for that Battle of Barnstable in what will be a battle for first place. So that will be really, really fun to watch.
Can catch that one right back here, starting at 4:20 with the pregame show. First pitch scheduled for 4:30 tomorrow.
And we've got the All-Star Jacob Irons on play-by-play for that game. And if the contest is play-by-play broadcasters who are All-Stars, us versus Cotuit, we're starting out with an early 1-0 lead.
And the question is do their play-by-play guy get the accolade for best eyes?
Unlikely.
Unlikely, because ours did. Ours sure did.
I don't want to talk trash on their play-by-play guy. They may have beautiful eyes, but probably not as beautiful as Jacob Irons.
Thanks, guys.
Jacob Irons did win best eyes. That was the last superlative he won.
Which made me very confused for a moment because I know how poor your eyesight is in general. So that was where my thought went to.
Yeah. It's not great. I do attest.
Carson Bowles due up here in the top of the ninth. Cam Johnson looking to shut the door here. Comes in as their fourth arm. First pitch from the southpaw. Called strike in the future Razorback, Carson Bowles. Carson Bowles, 2 walks on the day, 0 for 1. Hard ground ball right into the glove of Cam Johnson. Cam Johnson leaning over, didn't have to move the glove. It's going to be a line out for Carson Bowles for the first out.
Yeah, Cam Johnson gives almost an attempt at it, just trying to see if he can stick his glove out and make contact with it, and it's perfect placement for his glove to meet the ball and is able to grab it out of the air. And now Hyannis within 2 outs away from closing out this contest.
And next up is going to be J.P. Acosta. 0 for 2 on the day. Did have a walk that brought in the run with bases loaded. Back in the 6th. First pitch to him, fouls it off into the netting.
J.P. Acosta going to Eric Snow's helmet now.
Yeah, I've been seeing him wearing the Tennessee helmets, either Bargos or Peebles, for the majority of this ball game. Switches it up here for the last at-bat. Maybe a luck of the green. We see Blake Cavill have success, and it's a check swing. High pop-up. Will it find grass? And just able to fall in front of Jaden Davis as he extends into a diving play. Can't come up with it.
It was a check swing. He didn't even mean to go, and just caught the barrel of the bat on the half swing and fell to find some grass for Acosta's first career Cape League hit.
And it's been the luck of the green so far. First time using the helmet, finds a way on. Blake Cavill just switching to the new and improved all-green bat, and he's had his success with it. Josh Tate, the line's going to flip over. Josh Tate getting his 5th plate appearance of his evening. First time facing Cam Johnson. First pitch, fastball missing out and away.
For Josh Tate here, opportunities in front of him to try and continue to push on.
One out here. J.P. Acosta getting a small lead over at first base. 1-0, catches the outside corner, evens the count to 1s.
Johnson doing a good job. Struggle with command coming in, painting the corners well, and is getting the called strikes.
LSU Tiger gets up ahead of Josh Tate, 1-2.
That's what summer's big for, getting yourself in a position to go succeed. That's what he's doing right now and doing it very well.
1-2 count here with 1 out. Still holding Acosta over that first base. Back foot breaking ball. Josh Tate doesn't go down fishing for it. 2-2.
And the unsung hero award of today's game's got to go to Paul Schmitz for the performance he provided Hyannis when they needed him the most. Did a great job after the 8.5 inning to come in and close the door, put up zeros, give the offense a chance to try and come back. They've just been stifled.
2-2 pitch down the dirt. Smith look able to keep it right in front of him. Able to pick that one, 3-2. Here with 1 out. Josh Tate, the leadoff man, stands aboard. Cam Johnson spikes that fastball. Harbor Hawks find 2 runners on here in the top of the 9th. Jackson West due up next for the lefty-lefty matchup against Cam Johnson, the LSU Tiger.
Now for Jackson West, trying to just keep moving the line.
And he's 2 for 4 on the day. A multi-hit game for him, looking for his 3rd.
Jimmy, a ground ball to Kyle O'Deese. It gets by the glove. Kyle O'Deese hits him up on the chest, not able to come up with it. Jackson West able to reach first safely via the Kyle O'Deese error. Base is now loaded for the Harbor Hawks.
Base is now loaded for Michael Italo, and it was the grand slam that propelled the game forward for the Chatham Anglers. What happens here? Michael Italo in the same situation.
I think one of the best case scenarios could be just maybe in bases clearing double. That you always hear that bases loaded, or you always hear that sometimes home run does kill a rally, allows the pitcher to reset as the fastball misses out in the way to Michael Italo. Hitting a home run always sounds good, but it allows the pitcher to go back in the windup, reset, and it's just like a new fresh inning, especially with a 7-run lead that they have. A 1-0 pitch downstairs, 2-0 to Michael Italo, debut Patriot. Jackson West at first, Josh Tate at second, JP Acosta over at third base here with only 1 out. 7 runs to go. Harbor Hawks look to chip away at this lead here with 2 outs remaining. And a breaking ball, back foot, did not go. Italo now heading to count 3-0. Cam Johnson losing command here a little bit.
For Hyannis was able to get 1 in the 6th off of the walk with bases loaded. What happens here?
And bases loaded, 1 out. Chatham Angler bullpen gonna start get up and going. The 3-0 to Michael Italo. Fastball missing arm side from Cam Johnson, and a free pass for the Harbor Hawks, and 1 run will come across, 10-4.
Don't call it a comeback. 6-run deficit now for Eddie Pelk. Making things a little bit interesting here in this 9th inning.
Eddie Pelk now up with the bases loaded in his 5th ball game for the Harbor Hawks. Came into this ball game hitting .267.
Eric Beatty dropped the clipboard and went over to the walkie. As soon as the walk occurred, started his motion out on the mound, but was called back off something the walkie said, and bases loaded. And the command for Cam Johnson struggling to try and finish this one off.
And the 1-0 fastball right in on the hands of Eddie Pelk. Now up in the count 2-0. Cam Johnson trying not to walk 2 back-to-back guys and allow 2 runs to come across. And that fastball spiked down the way to the lefty. 3-0 count.
This is not a hitter in Eddie Pelk that you can get away with throwing pitches out of the zone to. He's not going to chase. especially now in a 3-0 count with the bases loaded. He's probably got the flashing red light.
Cam Johnson sets the 3-0. Fastball down the zone, just catching the bottom corner.
Get me over strike there. Working on the bottom part of the zone. Now it opens up a big 3-1 for Eddie Pelk.
Yeah, big hitters count here. Expect one pitch, one zone here, something he can drive. As that 3-1 pitch goes, runs inside, and that's another free pass for the Harbor Hawks. Another run will come across.
And while these runs seem meaningless at the moment, it helps run differential, which will be the second tiebreaker to head-to-head if it was to get there. But Eric Beatty is out to have a meeting on the mound. And they will make a switch, bringing in a new pitcher from the bullpen. Here in the top of the ninth, when we come back, it'll be a new arm for the Chatham Anglers when we return.
This will be your college. This will be your home. This is where you will join a community that supports you, cares about you, pushes you, cheers you on, challenges you, inspires you, helps you reach your dreams. Open your eyes to opportunity and your mind to possibility. Your future begins here.
Make a difference. Leave your mark. Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Hello there, Cape Cod. We're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've been around for 38 years and counting and have served over 5,300 customers. We specialize in the installation and service of your HVAC systems. Our favorite part of the job is making sure our customer is 100% satisfied.
We've been using Bork Heating and Cooling for over 20 years now. They've installed our furnace, our central air conditioning, and our hot water heater. Their service department is great, and I'd highly recommend this company to anyone.
We hope to hear from you. Give us a call anytime. Go Harbor Hawks!
New arm for the Chatham Anglers. It's going to be number 63, the southpaw, Andrew Williams.
Yeah, Andrew Williams steps on. The Georgetown Hoya comes in having pitched 5 2/3 for the Anglers. Has an ERA 3.18. And struck out 5, has walked 5. Comes in with bases loaded. Hyannis trying to create the improbable and come back from down 7. And now a pinch hitter here for Hyannis. It'll be Eric Snow to step in, and shows you they want to try and make something happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Eric Snow. Didn't expect to see time in this game, especially after the 2 grand slams. But the Snowman trying to make something happen. Still only 1 out, guys, too.
Only 1 out, and like we've talked about, Hyannis is a swing away from making something out of nothing.
It's a lefty-righty matchup, 88-mile-per-hour fastball up in the zone. Up and out to the all-star Eric Snow, who comes into this one. Oh, and the 1-0 fastball missing inside, right in on the hands to Eric Snow. And energy picking up here. Harbor Hawks faithful, having some life. You can hear them cheering on Eric Snow. A lot of snowy chants happening over there down the first base line. Eric Snow got the green helmet on. Big swing from him, fouls it off. Down the right field line.
Andrew Williams has struggled a little bit with command this summer. 5 walks, 5 strikeouts in 5 2/3 innings pitched.
Eric Snow still in a hitter's count here. Bases loaded, 1 out. The 2-1. Changeup missing out and away. Eric Snow now improves the 3-1 count. You have Jackson West at third, Michael Totalo at second, Eddie Pelk at first base.
Now you give Snow the green light here, right?
Yeah, been one of the better hitters in your lineup, been the most consistent hitter for the Harbor Hawks this summer. Expect him to have the green light here, and you see it right there. Big swing. 3-1 fastball low and away, fouls it off. 3-2 here.
You're like 16. He's like 8.
Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. To Eric Snow, stay in the right-handed batter's box, facing the left-hander, Andrew Williams. And that fastball up and away, and Eric Snow takes the free pass. And that another run will come across. It's now a 6-10 ball game for the Harbor Hawks.
And now with the 6-10 ball game, the tying run is in the batter's box for Mason White.
Hey.
The game has written a story in front of us. It's whether they want to put the final chapter a part of it.
Eric Snow, who just entered the game, stretching his legs over on first base. Hasn't been activated yet. First pitch to the left-hander, Mason White, taking for a strike. Breaking ball, staying upstairs. 0-1 count, lefty-lefty matchup.
And Mason White, 2 for 20 against left-handed pitching this year.
0-1 breaking ball down the dirt, taken for a ball. Campbell Smithwick keeping it right in front of them, though, as that one was buried.
He's 0 for 1 today with 3 walks. He's been very disciplined. He hasn't extended the zone. What does he do here with the Hyannis Harbor Hawks? Game on the line in front of him.
1-1 count here. Mason White, big swing on the 88-mile-per-hour fastball upstairs. Counts now 1-2.
I decided that was his pitch, trying to go, reaching for it up above the zone. Now it's a 1-2.
1-2. High fly ball to right field. Ranging back towards Larson. Did he get enough of it? Right at the wall. Making the plays, Ashton Larson. Mason White, maybe a foot shy of a game-tying grand slam. 1 run will come across for the Harbor Hawks. 10-7 ball game, now with runners at the corners.
And I think that ball would have gotten out over that very short porch in right field. Larson was standing with his back against the wall, made the catch above his head. And that would have been unreal, as Blake Cavell now the tying run, down by 3.
Another lefty-lefty matchup here. Mitch Carricker decides he wants to let another left-handed batter in the box in Cavill do up. First pitch to Cavell. Front door breaking ball in for a strike, 0-1.
And for Hyannis here with 2 outs. It's got to be down, and Hyannis is running on contact.
And the 0-1, Blake Cavell, hard line drive right to the glove of Robin Villeneuve. Blake Cavell hit that ball on the screws, but making a play right at the hot corners, Robin Villeneuve. And Harbor Hawks' late comeback attempt, the 4-run 9th inning, just comes up short. Final score, 10-7.
I mean, that ball off the bat of Mason White, gonna need to see a replay of that, but my goodness. Making Hyannis fans believe for just a moment. But Chatham does avoid the incredible comeback.
It was almost there. It was a story that just didn't have the final chapter of a comeback in it. But for Hyannis, we talked about building momentum. I don't think you can build more momentum than what you had there, having an opportunity to go and tie the ball game with Mason White up at the plate and sending one about as deep as you could have. But it sets up for a battle for first place tomorrow at Lowell Park against the Cotuit Kettleers. Vibes are going to be high tomorrow, and gotta have to be somewhat happy with the comeback that was attempted for Hyannis.
And you leave today with a little bit of a better feel if you're the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. That one, you were one swing away. You're a couple feet short, maybe a couple inches away from a grand slam there from Mason White and tying that ball game. You leave with a little bit of a bitter taste knowing that that game was right there for the taking, but you feel better getting the bats hot there in the top of the ninth, scoring for Mountain of the Lake comeback. But it's going to be a big one of the Battle of Barnstable tomorrow night with the Harbor Hawks traveling on over to Cotuit. For Nico Sharp, Josh Schreiber, Jacob Irons, our production maniacs over here, Chase Avery and Dan Bottolino doing a great job as always. Our sideline reporters and our best friends, Matt Coates and Josie Broyles. Harbor Hawks come up short. Drop a game against the Chatham Anglers 10-7. But we'll see you back tomorrow evening as the Harbor Hawks take on the Cotuit Kettleers right back here on the Hyannis Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.